Let me add him. There we go. We better now, everybody.
How's the weather?
I love the
quarterback.
I love the aesthetic of holding the mic, but there's no way in hell I wouldn't get tired of that shit real quick.
Am I too loud now, or am I the same volume?
You're good.
All right.
Hey, with that being said, welcome back to another episode of the LKIAB. That is too many initials, but let's keep it a buck podcast. The only podcast where we're actually having dinner on Pod. Sage, what are you eating over there?
Fettuccine Alfredo, brother.
From where? Because I know you DoorDash. We about to get into that, but
it's this spot called Noodles and Company. It ain't fire, but it's close.
I used to work for them motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Fire, but it's close. That's
Wait, all they sell is noodles?
And company.
Yeah, I think I had Noodles and Company one time.
Like 90%
noodles. Horrible.
It's not.
Is it just Italian pasta, or you can get like ramen and fun shit like that?
You can get all types of noodles. Any type of noodles.
Yo, no, that's nasty. That's nasty, bro. If you can go to a spot and get fucking fettuccine and pho, bro, that's not the spot. That's not the spot, bro. Let
me tell you something. I got some about restaurants.
That's not some Golden Corral shit.
And right after the intro, I'm gonna get restaurants. Hey, listen. If you're a new subscriber, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow the Twitch. If you're new to the YouTube, make sure you subscribe. We also have a TikTok and an Instagram. Everybody's information should be on the screen. If not, follow us on Twitter to find new updates about extra streams and different things like that we have going on. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, make sure you leave a 5-star review. We'd love to read out some of those 5-star reviews. They get funnier. They get clever. We love you guys. We want to show support because you show support. With that being said, today I have a very, very special guest. Shirt wide open, Rusty Buckets. Rusty, how you doing today?
Your shirt wide open.
Your shirt is wide open.
That's the look, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a look.
Shirt wide open, Rusty. How you doing?
No, it's the look, motherfucker.
Oh man.
Let them know. Say it with your open chest.
I don't think I count as a special guest if I've been on like 8 times. That's not special at this point.
You're special.
You're special to us, man.
Your family friend of the pod.
Hey, at the family reunion, who we introducing.
Hey, that's one of the songs I would sing if they asked me to sing a Nick Cannon song or die.
Oh my god. I also have my co-host, with legendary co-host B-Souls. How you doing today, Benjamin?
I'm doing good, man. Looking like Shaq out there on the pro-am streets. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Sage knows. The chat knows.
I was looking like Clay.
Good.
Damo, how you doing today?
Doing good, bro. I got a big ass pimple on my forehead, and it's like very hard to look at, so I won't be looking at the camera a lot.
It doesn't sound like you're doing too good, bro. How you gonna say you doing good and then that's how you explain how you're doing good? I got a pimple.
I'm doing good. I want to jump off a bridge.
Let you know life is just right there, man. Goods and bads, highs and lows.
Just averaging 15 points a game.
Just coasting.
It's better than being down, so that's the only way to look at it. Sage, how you doing today?
Doing great, bro. I'm eating good. Thank you, chat. Was it worth it? We'll talk about very soon. but shout out to chat for this meal. Fuck with chat heavy for that. Rusty is not
worth it. We don't fucking pay for it.
It definitely is.
With that being said, we have a stream goal. Make sure we hit that stream goal. Make sure we smash through that because I want to continue to keep doing this. I want to continue to eat pizzas and talk sports and everything, shoot the shit with my friends. But
I don't know that the eating pizza is in the job descriction, but
it can be.
I think I've eaten on every single pod that we've been on.
You have, no cap. You've gotten DoorDash, got it, came back, and kept hosting the pod. He's just versatile like that.
Innovator. But hey, with that being said, let's talk about this restaurant thing. If a restaurant claims that they do more than one thing, that means they don't do anything good. You're a Josh Smith at that point.
Jack of no trades.
If you telling me they have all noodles, hell no, they ain't doing something good, bro. I don't want to hear that.
Like if your place makes pizza and burgers, almost always both aren't good.
Thank you. If you tell me that you're Chinese, American, Italian cuisine, that's your specialty, something's not good.
You ain't got a cuisine. You just heating up shit for people.
You gotta stay in your lane.
You are going to the frozen section at Walmart and just heating shit up. Shout out to the People's Mix for the 13 tier 1s gifted subs, man. Shout out, man.
I fuck with People's Mix heavy, no cap. I fuck with it.
Like the best.
Me too.
The best
Me
pizza.
too, nah.
The best pizza doesn't come from a place that has a lot of things. The best burger doesn't come from a place that has a lot of things. The best chicken doesn't come from a place that has a lot of things. It's always stuff that specializes in those things specifically. You know why? Because if they fuck up that one thing, they're done. They have to make that shit good. Otherwise, they ain't got no business.
So, Rusty, to you, what place has the best burger?
Well, all the options around me kind of shit, to be honest. Like, the food around me is not good. The one place that's like got to make a good burger is Highway 55, which is like basically like 90% as good as Five Guys, but Five Guys is too far and costs $7 billion per burger. So, gotta
Rusty, come on. You
What?
talking about the price? Come on now. Price ain't no problem. Come on now.
Rudy told us the CPM.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I'm about to say, fool.
He spilled the beans already, bro.
That's my line, bro. That's my line, bro. Stop it.
Look, a quick way to go broke is just to pay no mind to how much shit costs. Still cut corners where you can. It matters long term.
Long term.
I'm still cheap. I don't give a fuck. I'm still cheap.
You think Jeff Bezos is saving $1 million a year but not going to Starbucks every morning? Come on now.
Bro, that's a big difference between me and Jeff Bezos.
Come on now. Come on.
This
That guy-
of Jeff Green Starbucks trips.
It'd be a literal challenge for him to spend all of his money. It would be hard for him to spend all of his money.
That'd be a
Like,
Mr.
I'm not
Beast
there.
video in and of itself.
Yeah. Like, it's not easy to spend $300 billion.
Mr. Beast is a demon. I think he's just a different animal,
Yeah.
as is.
Shout out to King J for the sub.
Bro, I don't understand how people have that amount of money and just don't retire. I'm good. Give me enough
He's
money to
literally-
retire, and I'm gone forever.
He's a
Right back
philanthropist.
in the
Tony
video.
Stark. Tony
That's just
Stark
crazy.
shit.
He puts that shit right back into video. That's just
Yeah.
wild.
Oh,
But
Mr. Beast, though, Mr.
he has
Mr.
enough. He has enough money to retire. He definitely does.
He
Like,
has
He's a
enough.
philanthropist.
money as
Y'all
much
just
money-
don't get it. Y'all just don't get him.
As much money as he spends on his videos, he's getting like 2-3 times that per video. Like,
Is
no
he?
problem.
I
With
don't
his
know.
sponsorship,
I don't know.
his
I don't
CPM,
know.
his video length,
Yeah,
all
he
the
100%
mid-rolls he
is.
puts on. Yeah, he might be a fucking billionaire not too long from now.
Because
Like,
he's,
genuinely.
I'm pretty sure he said on a podcast before that he uses his gaming channel to fund the main channel videos. Because when he was just using the main channel,
So that means he
revenue-
gets all the main channel profits now.
Yeah. But before, I don't know what it is now, but before that's what he said. So
But even
And he
outside
said
of that, the sponsorships and shit. I mean, that's a shit ton of money. Mr.
He's
Beast.
making $100K a sponsor minimum.
But you know what's wild?
Yeah,
He already came out and said he spends around $4 million per video, and that was relatively recently. Yeah, I want to say that quote was relatively recent. He said
That
4
seems
million
high.
video.
That seems high to me.
Chat-
I don't know.
I saw a graphic. I did saw a graphic yesterday that said Mr. Beast last year spent more money than how much LeBron made on his NBA contract, which is like 45 mil.
Man, niggas can y'all can check the Carfax on it. Find the clip.
Let me check
said
how
it
many.
himself on the podcast.
Even if that's true, he makes that and then some.
That's
Like,
what I'm
I'm
saying.
not
If you're
even
saying he
kidding.
makes 3 times that amount, that means that motherfucker definitely gonna be a billionaire at this rate.
Twitch Sports,
Like,
Mr. Beast
he-
plays basketball. He plays basketball, guys.
Yeah, Mr. Beast is a basketball player. And he's a beast in the paint. That's a small movement.
He has
Short
12. He has 12.5 billion views on just that channel.
Okay.
That's
I didn't
so
even know
much.
this could do that.
That's so much ad revenue. It's insane. And I'm pretty certain he has a damn high CPM too. Because like his shit is like child friendly for the most part and generally relatively long videos. And he puts those mid rolls in there. He has no problem putting mid rolls on those videos. Just like me.
Exactly.
Anyway, with
That's
that
why
being
we-
said, speaking of rich fucks who just do whatever they want to do, I'm gonna take a page out of Damo's playbook. And the loser Steve Ballmer and his loser organization built a new stadium for his loser team to play losing basketball in Inglewood, California. Has everyone seen that? Like the mock-ups and everything of what it would be?
Yeah.
It looks, how do we feel like it looks? Does it look cute?
It looks cool.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's a stadium.
Oh, did I actually see the designs of everything? Oh, fucking.
Yeah,
It just looks like a stadium. I mean, it's nothing special.
I mean, you know.
No. I didn't see
I was going
it,
to say,
no.
I expect it to be innovative or whatever, or have some technological advancements because, you know, Steve Ballmer and his tech stuff that he has going
Microsoft.
on. But it looks like a stadium. All in all, did you see the uproar about it being placed in Inglewood and them claiming Steve Ballmer is a big gentrifier?
I was going to say, are they worried about gentrification? Because that would make sense.
I haven't seen those comments, but
I'm calling bullshit on that.
I haven't seen anything about that, but I thought that pretty much immediately.
As I'm calling bullshit on that for the simple fact, if you've been to the campus USC, that shit is smack in the middle of the fucking hood. If you've been to the Staples Center, people talk about Staples Center over here, the hood right over here. So that's not nothing new. That's definitely nothing new. That's not gentrification. It's been like that.
No one's saying it's new or not. It's just saying like what all the examples you just brought up. That might just be other examples of gentrification. So.
I don't know. Putting a fucking team in a giant stadium in the middle, like that'll increase property values without a doubt.
Yeah,
but that goes to the gentrification, right?
I don't know the specifics of how it works.
So we're saying that this is ultimately gentrification for losers. For losers at that. For losers.
I mean, it's gentrification, but it's gentrifying for losers. I'm not so much arguing that it's gentrification. It's just why complain? Like, nigga, we know what's going on. Like, you know what the deal is.
Why complain?
Why complain?
I don't know about that mindset.
Honestly, I'm at that point. What was going on in Inglewood before? Tell me. Not Clipper basketball. They want Clipper basketball.
The thing about it is, I don't think that they have the similar plans like a Staples Center and like a Madison Square Garden. And I feel like this is the thing that's going to be a little bit tricky with it. So the $1.2 billion stadium, 18,000 seats, and it's supposed to open in 2024. I don't think that it's going to be the best concert venue. I don't think it's going to be similar to like a Staples Center, and I think that might fuck it up. Now, again, they're partnering with a tech company, so I could be completely wrong about this. They could have some magical stuff going on. But to do all that for just a basketball team, let alone a losing franchise or whatever, that just seems a little OD. I don't know.
I was more impressed with
I'll
go.
No, I was gonna say to raise property values in an area that, you know, is less fortunate. That's fucked up.
I was just gonna say when they announced the Barclays Center when that came out, that looked like it was crazy, like technologically advanced and way ahead of its time. But I don't get that feeling. It should
be mentioned that increasing property values is not inherently good to the area if the people don't own their property. If you're renting that shit, the value of your apartment going up is not good for you.
That's gonna possibly kick
it's
out
good for you if you have a house there, but that's not the same thing.
And I wouldn't even say that that's necessarily the case too, because also even if you own the home there, that would raise the property taxes. And if you're accustomed to paying about $700 of property taxes, and
it'll kick it
triples.
It'll kick you out of your area.
Yeah,
you'll be forced to sell.
I can't say that. I was going to say something hella wild, but Steve Ballmer, Jeff Bezos, hand in hand. The really crazy thing is Kawhi and Paul George didn't look too excited about the presentation.
Yeah, I seen that video.
I feel like it's crazy that they're doubling down on all this when they haven't even secured Kawhi for like something much longer. I don't know. I understand from the history.
Didn't he sign a 4-year contract?
They signed him.
I don't know that was Paul George. Kawhi
they just signed him.
Kawhi has a 4-year max.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever got the update. That was like a big question this offseason. I just never got the update, I guess.
He said, fuck my point.
Okay.
I just think we should ban bald white people because they're never good.
Jason Kidd?
People?
Isn't he? I don't know. But like, I don't know. Name a good bald white guy.
And Jason Kidd is black. Why did you say that? I don't know a good bald guy.
Balding.
Bald white guy.
Good and bald. Holy shit.
The fact that we're having trouble is proves this point.
Oh,
Joe Rogan?
Petro Antich? Who's that?
Petro Antich?
Yeah. Petro Antich from the Hawks? Bald white guy had the strap. What do you mean?
Who was the guy on the Lakers?
Chris Kaman?
Robert Sacre?
Yeah, Robert
Sacre is not. He's black.
He's a bum.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I thought we were just naming bald people.
No. He said name a good bald white person.
Chris Kaman.
Chris Kaman.
I mean, people that like make valuable contributions to society.
Oh wow.
Caruso's
This dude said Professor X like that's a real guy.
Professor X.
There's no way.
Hey.
Are we thinking just,
Bro, this man said Joe Rogan. Jesus
Are we thinking
Christ.
just what you call it? Just basketball, right?
Joe Rogan is a terrible example. Joe Rogan is the opposite. Joe Rogan is a terrible fucking.
A lot of people in chat saying Stone Cold.
Yeah, I thought this was basketball. Wait, is this
anyone?
If it was anyone, I'd been
Stone Cold. Yeah, I would have been.
Stone Cold is a good example. Now I'm not gonna lie. Stone Cold Steve Austin is a good example.
Johnny Sins.
Hey,
and this is why.
And here's the thing. Based on my genetics, I'm probably gonna be bald in my 40s, so that's when my like evil arc happens. That's when I turn bad.
Evil arc? What arc is it now?
I don't know.
Speaking of Johnny Sins and snacks. Let me not pivot to the DoorDash topic like that, bro. That's nasty.
Arthur White. Arthur White. If I can say Stone Cold, I can say Arthur White from Breaking Bad.
Gotta put in Kurt.
The dude that hosts Hot Ones.
Hey, who was Red from that? Red from that 70s show is a legend. I down that. That nigga's hilarious. I don't care.
Yeah, but like
he's a legend. I'll live on that.
You're stupid.
So Kawhi and PG don't necessarily care. Loser stadium, loser team. Gentrification is bad.
I feel like your main beef is the fact that it's the Clippers.
I'm just letting them niggas out the stadium. Get them out of Staples for
move
winners.
Move to a different city. I don't know why they're forcing this.
There's 4 teams in LA now, right? I mean,
it's been like that, but I don't know why there has to be 4 teams in LA, 2 of them being in close vicinity to each other. Like that makes no sense.
That's the most populated place in the country. So
I think they said though that I can't remember who I was listening to say that, but if they did move, they would take such a hit from the value of the team perspective. Like them being now, I wonder them building this new stadium and how much value that adds to the team. But I heard if they move, it would take a hit to the value of the team.
Absolutely. Like any place you would send them would be less than Los Angeles. Like the Clippers are still one of the highest earning teams in the league, and that's why they're still there. Like anything, it doesn't make sense to have 2 teams in LA. Honestly, if the NBA could, they'd have all 30 teams in LA.
That'd be wild.
That'd be crazy.
Like they want them to be in a place.
Isn't that just a bubble?
Profit.
But like in LA,
that's just a bubble, and that would be the.
Why do you think there's 2 teams in New York right now?
Good point.
With that being said,
such a basketball savant.
A more controversial take. 2 legends in the game. Richard Jefferson said this earlier last week, or late last week, I believe, that the best player he's ever played with was not LeBron James.
Oh, it's
not Jason Kidd, not Dirk. I think he was on the Spurs, so not Tim. But that it was Vince Carter.
Yeah,
we laughed it off.
We don't need to waste our time with that.
We laughed it off. We thought it was crazy. But somebody that we never expected to be his running mate in this topic, Matt Barnes, came behind him and doubled down. He said it's not Shaq. He said it's not Kobe. He said it was Vince Carter. Is there something that we're missing from Vince Carter that?
Yes.
Is he talking about like team chemistry wise, like who was the teammate that was best to him type shit?
It doesn't matter what he's talking about, but we'll
I'm about to say no. I'm just saying if Shaq was a dickhead to, or not Shaq, LeBron James was a dickhead to RJ, and Vince Carter was like his best friend, then you could say that's the best teammate he's ever been with.
Well, I think there was something in the comment also specifically about Vince's skill level. I'm pretty sure he said something.
Yeah, he
about
said
That's when it goes downhill.
From what I've seen, at least from the quote, I think it was compared to LeBron. He said there was never anything he's seen like anybody do that was like with Vince Carter, where it was as he couldn't do anything wrong. Like there was nothing he couldn't do. Like he felt every player he's played with had a certain aspect to the game that they weren't good at. He felt that wasn't with Vince.
Vince to play elite defense and be a great playmaker.
That's crazy still.
But I think what he's saying though is like Vince wasn't a great playmaker, but he wasn't a bad one.
Well, LeBron isn't really bad at anything either. What's LeBron bad? Free throw shooting?
He's being Skip Bayless if he's worried about his free throws, comparing him to Vince. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, free throw shooting is literally the only thing that LeBron's not average to above average at.
I'm getting these topics.
So both of them said most gifted, and another teammate that Matt Barnes had was Allen Iverson as well. So I had Allen Iverson to the list of less gifted players than Vince Carter. Again, is there something that we're missing?
I mean, unless you're talking about pure athleticism, which I can understand that when they say gifted, because
if we're talking about physical gifts, LeBron's still more physically gifted than Vince Carter because he also has his size and speed.
I think they just mean his athleticism, like the ability to jump. That's what that's
being able to be 6'9" and the fastest player on the court is also athleticism.
Rusty, I agree with you. I'm just saying, if you're thinking of Vince Carter, the only thing he has gifted wise is his jumping ability. That's really it. Mm-hmm. As an athlete, what did he do that was unlike anything we've seen?
Well, he was also 6'5", 6'6", which by comparison to a normal human being is quite a gift. But for the NBA, no.
I mean, then damn near 85% of the NBA.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making the point.
You know who's not gifted? The fucking Ravens. I'm sorry, Ravens.
How do you feel about Vince Carter being the most, arguably at this point, he sounds like the most gifted player in NBA history. So Vince Carter being more gifted.
Well, there's two ways to go about this. One way is I drafted him in the all-time draft, and guess who wins now? If I got the GOAT, guess who wins now? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. I was going on that Vince pick, right? I got the GOAT.
The GOAT is a bald shooting guard who could jump really high, who played for North Carolina.
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter, that's crazy.
But then obviously, I mean, troll aside, Vince was insanely talented. Now, I don't think he was flawless as they're trying to imply. Again, playmaking and defense. GG.
I do think like Vince's talent level is overshadowed just by dunking.
That's what I was gonna say.
Like there's a thing, the same shit happens with Zach LaVine all the time, and it makes me want to.
Yeah, Vince Carter in 2001, I literally pulled up the numbers. He shot 5 threes a game on 40%, and nobody would assume Vince Carter did something like that. And then obviously 40% may be a somewhat anomaly to some people based off of actually is not. I think he had a couple of good shooting seasons. Yeah, because in 2012 he was old, but he did it again. 2005 he did it again on 4 threes. In the 1999-2000 season on 3 threes, still shot 40%. All of these seasons, he's basically averaging 25 as well. Vince Carter was an insanely good shooter.
He was an extremely good mid-range shooter too.
Yeah, it's just on that level, they gassing it a little bit, especially with the fact that he really wasn't all that of a playmaker. I mean, maybe I'm asleep. I don't think he was. And in defense, he wasn't even all good.
Well, we're talking about being really good at it. There's a difference between that and just, not being bad. I don't think he was bad at those aspects of the game.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
I just don't see how you're on a team with like literally the best, arguably the best version of LeBron James, arguably the best version of Kobe, probably the best version of AI or one of the best versions of AI. And, Shaq was still Shaq or whatever, and you can still say that like Vince Carter. Somebody needs to sit them down, and I want to hear just a quick 5-minute segment as to why they believe Vince Carter is the most gifted NBA player. If they tell us about some dunks that we never seen,
I'd be more interested in what they mean by gifted.
Los is gonna ask it. Don't worry. Once he sees that clip, that morning show you guys with RJ. Bro, RJ. Let me chill.
What? I can't stand him.
Look at
for
that.
work.
Y'all are stupid. Y'all are
Yo, shout out Los, man. Shout out Los. I love him.
No, not shout out. No,
I fuck with him. I fuck with him. He's a
No, I
LeBron
do
fan,
not.
but like he's not. Come on, man. Come on.
no.
fuck with him.
Literally, I was
Not
gonna ask
muted.
Lowe. I was gonna ask Lowe if I could be on his all-time draft, and he told me Los was gonna be on. I was like, you know what? No, I don't even want the invite.
You don't like Lowe's? You're not a Lowe's guy?
don't like
I
Los
can't
at all?
stand. I
Damn.
can't stand. I can't stand that. I can't stand
What's
people
the
who.
beef with Lowe's?
It was
Uh-oh.
the fucking Jesus, I can't talk. The appeal of Los is that he's dumb and loud. Why is it entertaining? I don't think it's entertaining. So no, not shout out Los.
Damn.
I'm
I'm
saying.
a hater. You're damn right. I'm a
I'm
hater.
saying. Skip Bayless?
Oh, be so Zemo pod. Okay. But okay, so I actually RJ did give a little bit more in depth of a talking point. His direct quote was, "I was with him for 4 years." Speaking about Vince Carter, and when I tell you that I have never seen anything like Vince Carter, I was fortunate enough to play with LeBron, and obviously LeBron had the size, but there was nothing that I had ever seen this man not be able to do. Left hand finishes, left hand dunks, 360 layups, handling it like a point guard. I think to me, he's the most talented player that I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, so he is talking from pure talent. All right. So honestly, and this may sound spicy or whatever, whether I agree or not is cool. I would understand one saying that Vince Carter as a pure talent has something to go with AI. Now, but when we get to the LeBron thing, I think that's just another case in point of people disgustingly downplaying LeBron's talent and skill.
I'm kind of over the skill. I'm over the skill versus all that argument. Like, I don't care. LeBron's better than Vince Carter. Move on. It doesn't matter.
RJ's a clown.
I don't even know how worse of skill, if that's how you would say that, is like LeBron to Vince Carter. Like, I don't.
Vince Carter is a better shooter and he has a better mid-range pull-up. That's the only thing he has on him.
I'm about to say, like, people
Handles?
act like LeBron does.
Handles?
LeBron got a handle. I think LeBron
Is it as good as Vince? Just
I don't know.
handles. Just handles. Just handles.
Both
I
LeBron
don't
and
remember Vince
MJ.
just being a goddamn handle god back in the
That's
day.
what I'm
Both
saying.
LeBron
saying
and MJ have basic ass handle because that's all they need. Like, they don't need to be fancy with
No,
it.
I'm
They
just
never were.
I'm just naming off skills that Vince Carter may be better. That's
But
all
I'm saying, like, if you
All I'm
can
saying.
dribble the ball as much as LeBron does and not even average like 3 turnovers, that's incredible fucking handle. Just because he's not breaking ankles every possession. Like, who cares?
Yeah,
There's more utility to it. It's not just the aesthetic or the fancy plays.
I gotta see the tape. I ain't never seen the Vince Carter handles reel. That just never came across.
Vince
my
had
mind.
good handle, but like, I wouldn't say
Yeah,
it's better
he
than LeBron's.
He had NBA player handles. That's probably what.
That's how I
would say.
defined it. Yeah.
He had NBA player handles. Like, I didn't see it as like one of the best or even like something to remark.
Well,
Right,
can LeBron
right.
do a tween hezzy splash? That's the question.
And the
Nah,
answer
he
is-
just does a hezzy look at his hand.
I'm about to say the answer is yes.
he just
if LeBron
looks-
had to, yes.
That's
He just looks down
That's
at
the
the
laziest
ground.
hezzy I've ever seen, bro. No cap.
Hey,
LeBron
it's
low,
effective.
low.
It's
Works, though.
effective.
it's butter.
The LaFuck you three,
When
baby.
that man looks at that ball, what is he about to do?
I just
don't
wish it's
fucking
effective
know.
in 2K, bro. Because I want to
There's
do
one-
that in
there's-
2K. I want to do that in
there's-
2K a lot, bro.
There's one that he did to Serge Ibaka in 2018 that was specifically disrespectful.
The ball spin.
Yeah, he spun the ball in his left hand in front of him as he's right up on him and shot it, and it went his most disrespectful shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
LeBron's a disrespectful motherfucker.
I love it when he gets disrespectful. It's the
I do
most fun
too.
shit ever. Like,
Yeah.
especially in that Phoenix series, like, everyone thought the series was over when he started getting disrespectful, and obviously it didn't go that way. But that's when everyone was like, "Oh, if LeBron's just playing, that means he's got it." Obviously, he didn't. But
Yeah, like when
generally,
LeBron's flipping bottles on the bench and shit. I love when a player just know they got that shit, and it's like, no matter what you do, I'm gonna
yeah.
win.
But at
I
the same
love it.
time, that can be a
But-
dangerous game, and then you blow a lead to a bunch of 12-year-olds because you're playing like a jackass on the court.
Whoa.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We need some backstory. We need some backstory.
Whoa. It was for the bit. It was for the bit. That's what they don't understand. It was for the memes. It was for the laughs. It was for the
It was for $20. It was for $20. Tage. That's what it was.
sometimes you gotta look up and ask yourself, is it time to laugh or do we gotta just be serious? And
Yo, Rusty, word on the street is you didn't even get paid.
I did get paid. That's cap. I got paid. That's cap.
Word on the street is
I got paid.
he didn't even get 20, and he just did it to fuck with us.
I get the first of all, if I wanted to fuck with y'all, I'd claim it. But I did get paid. I got paid for sure. So this is what happened for those that weren't there. We're playing Pro-Am. We're winning the game convincingly. They fucking suck. Like
there was a 20-point lead at one point.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not me saying they suck. No, we were up 20 points. We were joking around the whole time.
And we were talking. You guys were talking about which album was better.
Albums and shit. Like we were casually beating their ass. They start coming back within like 12. Rusty's like, yo, the game's getting close. I brush it off because I'm like, they suck. We're fine. Then they're within 5, like late in the third, early fourth. I'm like, all right, let's tee up. We go back up 10 and we bullshit between the 5 to 10 range. It gets down to 3. Simi, shout out my boy Simi. Here's a big 3. We're up 6. We get a stop. That's really much game. I get the ball. I ain't gonna lie.
No. We were not up 6. We were up 3.
We were up 3.
Yeah, I still got that motherfucker. Just chuck that joint.
We were up 3, and there was no shot clock. I'm pretty sure. Like there was like a.
Oh yeah, it was only 24 seconds.
So literally, hold the ball, wait for free throws, hit the free throws, win the game. But he throws up a full court shot because someone allegedly paid him
because
to take that shot.
I had offered my chat $5 and I will chuck a half court shot. Not only did I get $5, I got $20. At that point, I had to do it.
You didn't have to say it to begin with.
Okay.
$5 I'll kill this person. Oh, he gave me 20. I gotta do it.
That'll hold up.
I gotta do it. The judge gonna look at me like,
understandable.
Let's give him a week.
Chat is saying to cancel me because I'm hating on a black man.
Bruh, but they're mad at me. I fit the script. If I auditioned for the role, I was selected and I executed. Now, it's not my fault we lost. Why we lose? We was beating their ass by 20. You're telling me
wait. It wasn't just that. It was that you and that other guy, I can't remember what his name was. We're just like, we're just taking awful shots. Like, just
he definitely took a bad shot.
Y'all were just betting with the chat.
No, y'all took like 20 consecutive bad shots as they were chipping away at the lead. And I was like, hey guys, they're making a comeback. Can we start taking this shit seriously?
Put that
and then he goes, "Oh shit! It's only a 5-point game."
Okay,
that was stripper activity stage. No cap. That was.
We definitely had predictions on damn near horse level shots. Simi walks down the court at half court. He's like, predictions I'll make it. And they did the predictions for 2 minutes. I don't know what mod fucked it up. So for 2 minutes straight, this motherfucker's just bricking half court shots. They make not one of them shits. Then the predictions end. He's like, damn, I lost sharp tape. Still make it.
We should have beat that team by 40. And instead, that's what we got.
2011.
Were you entertained? Do you remember that game? You remember the game now, right? You wouldn't remember.
I remembered the first 2 games too.
You wouldn't have remembered it if we won by 40, man. Sometimes you gotta live, bro. Sometimes you just gotta live.
If you're walking down the street,
we gonna live with a new Pro-Am team.
You're gonna remember that more than walking down the street normally.
Chat. These motherfuckers rage quit the Pro-Am, made a whole new team.
We finished the game.
Then they made
I didn't make the team. I just joined it.
That was crazy. I'm like, bro, it was a bit. It's one loss. They was like, nah, we can't even have that loss on here, man.
I was mad because the first game.
No, you gotta get PS5, bro. You gotta play with us, bro.
Listen.
Thank you, Dom. Thank you.
Listen. The first
team up. It was Pro-Am.
It was Pro-Am.
Oh, it was Pro-Am?
Yeah.
You selling in Pro-Am?
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
All right, the first 2 games.
It was Pro-Am.
It was for the bit.
Can I say something?
All right, go, Rusty.
The first 2 games were so good and so fun. The first one we kicked ass. because they weren't that great. The second one, we were getting our ass handed to us. They like one guy had 14 steals in that game. And then we made a comeback. I went 7 for 8 from 3, and we won that fucking game.
So you just
had that great inbound play for the 3. We won in overtime. I hit back-to-back threes to start overtime. We won that game. That was fun. That was memorable. And then we start off 2-0. We get this layup of an opponent. So we could have started off 3-0.
We started off with saying, yo, Bezos, your guys are 60 overall.
I was like, damn, this team is balling up. We're actually a good ass team. And then look what happened because y'all wanted to fuck around. Man. I was not happy about it. I'm competitive. And I was playing good. You know how very rare it is for me to play well in 2K?
Very rare.
And
Bezos was playing well. It's rare for both of us.
This just showed me one thing.
This motherfucker right here.
I caught it late. Hey, this just showed me one thing. My appreciation for strippers has grown tremendously.
I don't understand that term. What do you? I'm thinking of like the ones that shake their ass.
The $5 don't-know hit. I knew what I was gonna do.
Throw that ass in the circle.
20,
you see what I'm saying?
Got the 20.
So you're a stripper because all it took was $5.
It's as simple as
God. Sage will make it happen for.
That's crazy.
Hey, how do y'all feel now that it's been out for a minute? How do y'all feel about this? Okay.
Fun. I saw
good.
a tweet. Current gen. I don't know what's up with it. I don't care what's up with it. I have a PS5. Niggas is broke. The PS4 though. I mean the PS5 next gen is fun. It's fun.
It's fun compared to the last 2 years, but I'm telling you right now, our standards as a community is so low because if this was a game in any other community, the problems it's having with the servers and everything wrong with the game would just be completely unacceptable. But because it's 2K and the standard that we have, it's a good 2K. It's a good 2K.
Someone said they missed 27 straight threes. My God.
But the thing I'll defend though on that, and that is true, Souls. Those are like bug glitches, menu glitches, inconveniences. Like you got to skateboard every fucking where. In terms of the gameplay, which is all I've been bitching about, it's cool. I ain't gonna lie. You can fix contest a little bit, but honestly, I like how it's set up. If you're not a lock, you're not locking nobody up, bro. Like you're getting your ass dropped off. You only got 5 defensive badges and you want to guard everybody, you're an idiot. That's tough.
No, for real though, I had a very good time and I'd love to run with that team again.
That was fun.
Don't be stupid, please.
Bro, it's not stupid. It is a scene. You gotta understand. You gotta take theater. It was a scene. Motherfucker initiated the scene. It's for the bit, man. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Whatever. If y'all are in the stream right now, we're gonna play after. So
we're playing after. I'm gonna go live at TSO_Sage. We're going live. We're gonna play Beso. Oh wait, this is Keep It a Buck now. He's not.
Someone said Rusty hates sex workers. That is not true at all.
I'm actually on my YouTube.
With that being said, LeBron James had a comment, and I actually do want to talk about it because somebody said it was unfair for him to say this. Also, they're a dick rider. LeBron James says, "Why do so many ball players work on stuff they are never going to use in game?" Serious question. Annoys me a tad. I don't know why he was talking shit about Ben Simmons that way, but how do y'all feel about it?
I mean, he's friends with Ben Simmons, so I can't imagine it's a dig at him.
Makes sense.
You'd be surprised.
It makes sense.
Maybe he's trying to motivate him. I don't know.
Niggas, listen, man, that competitive edge shit, who knows? The NBA's a brotherhood, man. They've done that all the time.
Is LeBron becoming an old head? LeBron in 10 years about to be Rashid to LeBron right now. You see it to Luka now.
Oh man,
no,
he's
that's
gonna be
Luka.
like, man, Luka couldn't dominate in my era.
He's gonna be like Shaq. He's gonna be gatekeeping like Shaq.
Back in my day, you couldn't even take a one-legged three. You see it? Like, come on.
Can I say I hate that mentality so much? It's so stupid and reductive and a waste of everybody's time collectively.
Which is what?
Back in the 90s, we played like this, and he wouldn't have survived this era. Or specifically, Rasheed Wallace saying, "LeBron, in my era, you played in the same fucking era." He has this. I watched the Jimmy High Roller video yesterday. He had the same, like, around the same averages in the same time frame that Rasheed Wallace played from like 2004 to 2010. And the same numbers from 2010 to present. So he dominated your era too. He had multiple MVPs in your era. He might not have won a championship, but that was because of the team circumstances, not because he wasn't capable of it.
You want to know the worst part? And we talked about this last pod, so I'm not going to ring on that too much. But his prime was when LeBron was a baby in his era, and LeBron embarrassed him like in 4K. Like there's a clip of him dunking on him in his era. And that's
LeBron in particular, it's the 24 or whatever the fuck it was, point fourth quarter run that he did individually at 22 years old against the Pistons.
Exactly.
Against Rasheed Wallace. Rasheed Wallace was there. He saw it up close and in person.
So let me ask you this. I think LeBron might not be the best example, but on Twitter Spaces, because of the content kings making their press run, we've been having this evolution conversation a lot. So, and I don't know, Rusty, I know you watch NBA Storyteller. I was trying to find this video the other day, but I'm pretty sure he made a video before talking about what would have happened if Steph Curry was born in the 40s or late 40s, 50s, grew up in the 50s, and how he would play like in the NBA in the 60s, given those circumstances.
Yeah, he made a point in that video. I haven't watched it in a long time.
I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it.
He might have taken it down.
Yeah.
But the specific example was like, when you're saying if this player played in this era, are you saying you teleport him with a time machine back then? Or are you saying Steph Curry was born in 1920 and he plays basketball in 1948? Like, which one is it? Or is he just teleporting there? Because obviously with modern techniques, modern skills training, and all those different things that are emphasized, you'll get a different result than what you got with him today. Not to mention growing up with a father who was in the league. So yeah, it's you got to take those things into account when is it a teleporting thing, or is it if he was raised in this time? Because Steph Curry's not taking 40-foot shots.
There'd be no reason. In
1940, there's no 3-point line.
And like the handle that he has right now, he just wouldn't develop the handle that he has right now. Like it's.
But even then, even if he did, it's not allowed. I think a lot of people don't realize that about old basketball. Is like a lot of those clips, you're literally not allowed to put your hand on the side of the ball. You have to put your hand on the top of the ball when you dribble.
Yeah, I mean this is all hypothetical, but I'm just saying when we talk about like how Kobe's game would adjust in today's era, because if he grew up, he wouldn't play the same. Same thing with Bill Russell. Players of the past, how they would adjust to today's game. If we're doing this same hypothetical, if we're bringing players from today to the past, we also have to stay consistent with that.
By the way, literally any player that played in the modern era from like the 80s forward who was a dominant scorer would be better in today's league because of spacing. Spacing makes scoring so much easier.
Uh-oh.
Specifically if you're somebody who attacks off of the dribble, like Allen Iverson would feast with 4 guys out on the perimeter. Like, are you kidding me?
Hey, yo.
You can't double team because he's going to make the pass to the shooter. You can't double team him. Of course he's going to get by his man. He's Allen Iverson.
Would be pretty nasty.
I don't have too much to say about that. I hate the conversation about players going backwards. I hate both conversations, quite honest with you. And I'm trying to watch what I say in these conversations. Currently in an argument.
Spacing makes
calling you a casual. Especially on TikTok, man. Hey.
I'm a casual, so I want to watch what I say.
Well, I've seen the shit you say about Kobe, so I agree.
What are you talking about? Kobe's cool.
Kobe's cool. That's what Kobe haters say.
People think I hate Kobe. Yeah, Kobe's cool. There's just some
spacing is
Kobe.
The biggest difference maker in today's game versus the past. And I don't know why it's not treated as such, because 3-point shooting is not just shooting the fucking ball. The fact that mostly everybody on the court can shoot a 3 makes a massive difference in how defenses defend you. If you go back and look at old basketball from even the early 2000s, they got 2 bigs out there who can't shoot. There's usually some guard or wing that can't shoot. And there's like 3-4 people inside the 3-point line half of the time. Like, that immediately impacts the spacing, especially from someone who's creating off of the dribble and having to worry about running into them and their man. That makes a huge
bad
difference.
era of basketball. It's a terrible era of basketball.
Not a bad era. They just didn't make that. They didn't realize that was what they had to do. And one thing that annoys me is when people act like the modern game is like worse than the old one. Like, you can say it is not as fun to watch, but teams would not play the way that they did if it was worse. That adjustment happened because it had proven results. It was not because they just felt like fucking with how you enjoyed watching basketball.
So I mean, basketball is better. I get it, Rusty. I get it.
So RJ Hampton over Kobe, right?
RJ, I didn't think that. Leo Langford over him too. Who is LeBron talking about? And do we think it's fair that he can criticize players? I think the thing that I got from it was, though, like, I don't want to see Steven Adams. I seen Steven Adams do some like cone shooting drills or some shit like that, and I said to myself, now Steven Adams is coming off a pin down. What team is he on now? What team is
the Grizzlies?
If Steven Adams is coming off a pin down, Memphis is about to really change the game. But I don't think that's the case. So I don't understand why they're acting as if like that's a possibility. Why are you practicing?
Was he taking shots at players or more so trainers? Because I ain't gonna lie, I've seen a couple of these lethal shooter videos.
Well, he's called out trainers. He's called out trainers a dozen times. He calls out trainers all the time. This is the first time he said players.
I agree with all that too. I agree with the trainers. He definitely said players, but trainers. He's quote tweeted the videos of trainers doing.
Yeah, he
stuff.
Calls out trainers all the time.
Somebody say he quote tweeted a trainer that he used to use one time and just called him out.
Yo, did you see? Did y'all see that fucking thing that like puts a hand on your face, like a plastic hand?
It's like a headband that has a hand.
Yeah, ridiculous.
How do y'all feel about the ball handle gloves? I've seen those pre-roll ads a lot on highlights.
X gloves.
Yeah, the ball.
Yo,
they'll make you great.
They make it more difficult.
Someone gotta make a channel on just like, or a shit ton of videos just fucking testing out these
apparently there is some validity to like making it harder to dribble so that when you actually have the ball, it's like seems easier.
Some Dragon Ball shit.
It's like some people will train on a hoop that's like a smaller diameter than a normal basketball hoop so that it refines their shot more. But I don't know.
This is the most Goku Rock Lee shit where essentially you're gonna put on weighted armor, fighting that. All right, hold on, man. Let me take my weighted armor off.
It should.
Now I'm faster. Like, oh, brother.
Now I will say, because Kyrie used to put the ball, like the first time I ever heard this, I think it might have been from Kyrie, but put him in a
plastic bag.
You put him in a plastic bag and you can dribble. Now after I did that, I'm not gonna lie, the handles was nice, but the whole
I've thought about trying it, but like I don't want my neighbors to look at me dribbling the ball with a plastic bag.
Tell him step outside. Run his
fate, man. 21. Check out.
Literally all but one of them. Every man in my neighborhood is really short, so it'd be easy.
If you look up to your right, you see them looking out the window. Just go like this. Trying to
chiefing, by the way.
Check out, right here.
But what I would say to that is like the stuff that's like super excessive.
Yo, the poll in the chat, bro. Oh my god.
What's the poll in the chat?
He says lethal shooter, a female dog. Yo, y'all bugging. Oh my god.
There's one, Rusty. I don't know if you've seen it. It damn near looks like like an old person's walker, but it's smaller than that, and they want you to get inside of it, so it forces you to like bend your knees and crouch down.
I've seen that. Yeah.
What the fuck?
It looks like the
guillotine type shit. Yeah.
It's crazy as fuck, but I just that's the stuff that LeBron has an issue with, and I would never, if I ever walked into a gym and see I would dead ass tell them to stop right now. Keep my money. Don't even refund me my money. I'm leaving. I don't want anything to do with you ever again. And if you say something, I'm gonna sock you in your mouth because that's dumb as fuck. I think his issue is.
But is this not how the advancements happen? Like through experimentation?
That made me think of something.
I like what LeBron said, though. No cap. I don't know if it was directed to somebody, but I like what he said.
I hope it was directed to somebody. I hope somebody comes out with a
Steven Adams
and they just completely disrespect it.
All this talk makes me think of some shit that I did in between middle school and high school. That's kind of related to this. It's not directly. But my dad signed me up for some basketball camp, And just for context, after middle school, I was already 6'2", some tall, and apparently this camp was like for all like 6th graders. So I show up, I'm the first person there, and like the guy, like the main guy there is looking at me weird as I'm just shooting around waiting for the other people to arrive. And as the people arrive, I'm like, damn, he's young. Damn, he's young. Oh, there's 20 people here. I'm the only person here who's not a baby.
Oh man, hell no, that's
How old are you? How old are you?
Whatever the age between middle school and high school, it was the summer of after 8th grade.
It's like 14.
Yeah. And there's
Going
a bunch
to
of
a
11.
6th grade camp.
Yeah,
You're nasty.
I didn't. My dad signed me up for the wrong fucking
Was you
camp.
sure
I
you
didn't
like it?
It was the look. It was the look.
I didn't do any
If I ever get
research.
balled up by a motherfucker wearing a unbuttoned polo shirt, bro. Hey,
I didn't do any research on it.
home.
I didn't do any research on the camp. My dad did it, and he clearly half-assed it because he dropped me off, and I was like on my phone, like, "Come back, bitch! I'm not working out with a bunch of kids."
I was gonna say, did you stay? Did you
No,
participate in the trip?
I literally went up to the lead guy, and I was like, I clearly made a mistake. And he was like, I mean, you can help them learn things if you want. He was like recommending that I like be a camp person. I was like, no.
He's heard me too.
I was like, you want me to work for free?
oh my god.
So I had to get the fuck out of there.
Dude, that's tough. That's probably one of the wildest things you said.
Yeah, he should definitely. But anyway, yeah, he's definitely talking about Ben Simmons and Ben Simmons. It would be crazy. It would be crazy if Ben Simmons came out. Oh, you know what's crazy? He probably said that after he seen Russ doing some shit. He
I'm like,
this shit in the game.
he's saying this to his own teammates.
Step back threes, I'm like Russell.
Well, yeah.
No.
The whole thing deadass is just about Russ, bro.
No. Russ will try that in game.
No, that's no problem. Hey,
Russ will take a step back three. He said, "Why are they practicing for things they won't do in game, not things they won't do well?"
Fair enough.
It would be crazy if he walked into the gym and saw Russ saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and shooting it, and then he went and tweeted, "Why are so many ball players working on stuff they'll never use?"
Russ is gonna be like, "Yo, Bron, but I do take these shots." Well, you shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
He said, "You did in OKC. It's not happening.
You're not
here.
the guy. You're not the guy."
He went on 3 different teams, shot the 3-pointer from 3 different cities. It just does not work, bro.
There is not
good.
a single thing on the court that you could tell me that Russ, like, there's not within reason. No, within reason, there's not something within reason. There's not something you could tell me that Russ wouldn't do on the court.
Wouldn't do. Oh yeah.
Like take a fadeaway over 2 defenders.
Let me chill.
Oh fuck.
That's tough.
The Russ fans are gonna get you. They're
Dude,
gonna
they
have
hate
crayons out.
they hate both of us with the passion. It's whatever.
They're mouth breathers. Who cares?
They don't say
Mouth
nothing.
breathers.
I mean, it's serious. Like Russell Westbrook fans are like the least scariest, but yet most impactful fan base.
Like I'm legitimately like in the camp of like Russ is underrated at this point because I think it's gone in the opposite direction. But
You can keep it above.
I cannot stand.
Come on.
I cannot stand Russell Westbrook fans at all. And I'm actually like very much on like the pro James Harden train at this point, but I can't stand James Harden fans.
James Harden fans I know too.
Russ fans have gotten better though. Russ fans have gotten better.
You haven't said Steph Curry fans yet. That's crazy.
I'm a huge
fans.
Steph Curry fan.
Yeah,
so
I am a
I'm
Curry
never
fan.
I'm never on the receiving end of a Curry guy defending Curry because I'm always on his side. But one time I did tweet something about like MVP chances for Curry versus Dame on something D Mills posted. And I literally didn't even say anything negative about Steph Curry, and some Curry fan commented like ratio. I'm like, I'm on your side, bro.
I think that's the thing about Curry fans. If you're not as far to the right on Curry as they are, they're still gonna think you're hating to some extent.
I mean, I literally called him the greatest offensive player ever, so I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about that.
I know what Curry fans do though is they'll do this thing where they act like he's underrated, and I'm guilty. I'm a Curry fan, but they'll act like he's underrated and keep nudging you to at some point Curry's the GOAT, bro. and then they're like, well, you don't think he's the GOAT? All right, man, you're a Curry hater, bro. Curry fans straw man a lot.
I mean, Curry is unnecessarily hated quite a bit. But that kind of happens with a toxic fan base.
Unnecessarily hated? I really don't see that much Steph hate. Deadass. You
know what I don't think? Yeah, it's not necessarily hate, but they'll sleep on him very often. Like I don't know, like Kenny Smith saying, I don't know, Curry, Dame might be a better deep range shooter than you. Like, shut the fuck up. No.
I put that clip in the vid. I was so happy to find
these Kyrie Dame weekly comparisons gotta stop, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's
where I think most of the disrespect comes from. Like, he's in a different tier. Stop.
Falcons guys.
Oh, Omar, you brought up Jason Williams as well on Twitter. Yo, these Twitter pages, bro.
Okay, so we can talk about it. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about a couple now because we're doing shout outs and stuff. It's small stuff. I get so sick of every other week that some basketball dedicated page.
They're all very generic.
They put out compilations and appreciation posts of about the same 5 players.
Right.
And I get it. We can appreciate them. Y'all rotate the appreciation. But like if it's Jay Will last week and 4 more weeks, Jay Will's appreciation is going to come back again. As if there's no other players from that era that were good even. And I feel like that's part of the issue with like basketball culture as a whole, especially on like Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that, is that now kids are only thinking about like these 5 exact players, and they don't know anybody else from that.
We need that Robert Horry mix.
And mind you, I mean, I've never seen like a Michael Redd appreciation. I bring it up in a joking series. I've never seen anything about Jamal Mashburn. I've never seen anything about Glenn Robinson. I haven't seen anything about Rashard Lewis.
I haven't seen any, different. No AK-47.
No Mitch.
No Andre Kirilenko.
Sean Marion.
Mitch Richmond. I ain't gonna. No Mitch Richmond.
I was told.
There's a bunch of players from back then that they just act like didn't exist. But every 5 weeks, I see the same Jay Will clips.
Jay Will
was a monster.
2011 Derrick Rose.
And I'm like,
the 2011 Derrick Rose shit gotta stop, bro. Stop it. Stop.
It's been 10 years.
You know what it is?
Prime Derrick Rose was a different beast, man.
Somebody will do like or Derrick Rose could even have a good game or something, or Steph might have a good game. Somebody will say, what do you think Derrick Rose would be into it, like in today's game, if he never hurt himself? He'd be 32 like he is. And he'd not be as good as these other fucking point guards.
By the way, another example of Curry disrespect is people acting like him and 2011 Derrick Rose were like on a similar tier.
Yeah.
Not at all.
You know what they'll say? No, you don't want to do that, Rusty. Youngest MVP, that's what they'll tell you. I just don't understand.
Victor Oladipo over Prime Derrick Rose. I'm down on that.
Facts, bro. Emmanuel quickly over Derrick Rose.
Facts, bro. Hey.
Emmanuel quickly isn't better than current Derrick Rose.
What is he talking about?
Stop it with that.
Are you looking at per 36, Rusty?
Here's the argument.
You don't do that stat shit over here, Rusty.
Here's that argument that people will make with.
You don't do that goofy shit, bro.
I'm not doing.
You don't do that goofy shit, bro.
Oh, no.
Hey,
what's it?
The goofy shit. Not the goofy shit, bro.
Bro, Rusty, we don't do that goofy shit, bro. We don't argue like that over here. Not over here, bro.
Look, the argument.
We don't compare players over here, man. None of that hypothetical shit. None of that hypothetical shit, man. Rusty doesn't get it because he doesn't watch it. Go.
I'm confused.
Crazy.
The content kings.
That was the goofiest moment of my motherfucking life, dog. I threw a half court shot up today, and that shit was different, bro.
Anyways, the one argument that I think is fair is like, yeah, Derrick Rose was 22 when he won MVP, so he was gonna get better. Fair enough. But people take that and they run with it to the point of he was gonna be the GOAT, and it's like, calm down. Like, a lot of his game was already established at that point. Like, a lot of people make the mistake where they see someone who's like 22 and really good, and they're like, oh, well, he's obviously going to improve a whole lot more because that's how it generally happens. But very often players will peak early, or sometimes players like are almost as good as their peak their rookie year. Like Magic Johnson was awesome immediately, and he didn't like drastically improve from there, but it didn't matter because he was good immediately.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. So there's people out there that act
not
like
everybody has a long development cycle.
Yeah,
Made
people
it sound like a video game.
People act like this man Luka, and I love Luka. This is damn near Luka Pod, but people act like Luka's gonna come out this joint with a 35-inch vert one day playing lockdown defense. I'd be shook if Luka did either of those two things. I think he'll grow in athleticism. I think he will become a better defender. But people act like he's just. It's a matter of when or
right now, Luka
and stuff. Like
Luka is a
what's his right now?
Fuck if I know. It doesn't really matter.
Three. It's three. That's what it is.
Might say if it's
Right
three
now-
with Luka's.
Right now, Luka is a decent defender and he has high IQ, so I wouldn't put out of the realm of possibility that in a few years, also high IQ is not a good term to use, so my bad. But in a couple of years, he'll be a good-ish defensive player, I think.
I said
But
lockdown.
Lockdown? I don't think so. But one thing that is underrated with Luka is that last year he was a mid-range assassin when he wasn't really taking those shots before. This year he started taking them and he couldn't fucking miss.
That's number 2 for me. Number 1 is his finishing. Luka might be the most underrated finisher in the league right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, the thing about that is
a nasty finisher.
Cardiac is bugging in the chat. The chat homegrown.
Luka is so interesting because he moves so fucking slow. Sometimes it's like, how does that move even work? But then it always does.
The amount of times I saw Luka Doncic, we can even stick it to just playoff basketball. The amount of times I saw Luka put somebody on his back with one arm and float it up with the other arm.
Yeah.
Fool. That dude is different. That dude is different. I think
I'm doing a Mavs My NBA series right now, and I've been playing with Luka a lot in that game. In simulation, his 3-ball is an 86 in the game, and he has a couple of shooting badges. In simulation, over a full season, he averaged 44% from 3 on 14 attempts per game.
Listen, cracked.
He was making He's making like he's making like 6
I'm about to say I can't say anything. I can't say anything because aren't you the one that picked Luka second? Oh, they'll say, aren't you the one that picked Luka second? I can't say anything. Hey, it is what it is.
Casual.
But yeah, with that being all in all, what I was saying, they need to definitely listen for the youth out there. The early 2000s was not 8 teams that were comprised of Kobe, Shaq, AI, and Jason Williams. Okay, Jason Williams wasn't a superstar, a star. Right. Jason Williams is like a bench guy, a role player. Like he was cool. He was, what's crazy? Well, he was white in the past. He was Eminem.
He was white.
You're under, bro.
He was a starter for a year. He was a starter for a year before Mike Bibby came. And then Mike Bibby.
He was starting it, bro. He was starting for the Grizzlies, and then he was starting for the Kings.
Grizzlies.
Here's why he's remembered so much. Here's why people talk about him so much. Here's why his mixes are everywhere. Because he was flashy. That's it. Because he threw flashy passes. That's all it takes.
And again, that's cool. Again, I just want people to realize, because somebody might, I wouldn't, and they might have said it because I just wouldn't be surprised if they. Man, some of the best players from the early 2000s, like Jason, like that's not who you should be
like Jason Williams.
That's not who you should be saying. If somebody
on the Kings, he was like the 5th best player on that team.
Some people see that elbow pass and get a fucking boner. I swear to God.
I am those people. That's my name. Those people.
And you know what they'll say too? They seen him cross Gary Payton one time. They'll be like, "Oh my gosh!" I mean, Gary Payton couldn't even stop him. So I mean, if they just gave him the keys to the shit, he would have been great. Like,
keys to the franchise.
I just don't. That's not who he was, bro. That's not who he was. And they averaged 15 points one
But in
time.
today's NBA, I'm just saying.
Peyton Pritchard. I'm sorry, Peyton Pritchard.
The white chocolate show would run wild and clean.
What's the only difference between Jason Williams and Kendall Marshall? I know y'all remember Marshall.
Don't disrespect him like that.
Please.
Don't disrespect him
Not
like that.
Peyton Marshall. 74 overall god, bro.
The only difference between
That nigga was a
Jason Williams and
Bronx
Kendall
Harlem
Marshall. No, the only difference is Kendall Marshall is a little bit. I swear to God, that's the only thing.
We don't have to slander.
I hate
We
him.
don't have to slander Jason Williams just because of the stupidity of those posts. Like he was a fine player. He was a fine player, and that's fine. But
He
like
was
I
fine.
think
I wouldn't
there's
say
I think something that is not mentioned enough is how much of I didn't hear what happened. What's funny?
Man.
be so.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No.
What'd you call me?
Hey,
What did you just call me?
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Run it back. Just run it back in the tape.
Even to Rusty's point, I wouldn't even. I guess fine player, like he wasn't a thing, but he was a starting point guard on an expansion team too. Like that also doesn't lend me somebody that should be. If you gave those raw numbers, Rusty, we just wouldn't talk about it.
Look, here's my point, and I think I'm hearing myself back.
Oh, it might be me.
Yeah, the point that I would make, and I might end up making a deep dive about this long term, but there is a serious bias towards aesthetics, and I think that's where the tween hezzy slash shit splash shit comes from. It's like we'll remember players who do a fancy crossover more than a player who won't do that move but is 5 times better, and I think that's extremely explicit with the case of Williams there, because makes a lot of fancy passes, so his mix looks real clean, but there's 100 players, not 100, I don't know, a lot of players that were a lot fucking better than him that will not be remembered because they didn't do flashy shit, even if they were better players.
If you can
Name
name five, I'm gonna say name me 5 players and I'll agree. Name me 5 players and I'll agree.
Give me 5
but to be
players.
honest,
Robert Horry.
I
Never got it.
Michael
In the early 2000s,
Michael
they
Red.
don't get talked about it. They don't get talked
Michael
about it.
Red.
Don't get talked
Rashard
about. Well, I
Lewis,
wasn't.
Michael Red, Rashard Lewis, Jamal Mashburn. Niggas don't know about Jerry Stackhouse at fucking all. And Mike Bibby. You know what's crazy? They were on the same team, and Mike Bibby doesn't get the same praise.
You know
That's
what's
crazy.
crazy?
Mike
Only
Bibby
3
gets
of those
praised
players
for being
are bars.
huge now.
The other 2 you named are late 2000s, early 2010s guys. Michael Red didn't pop into the late 2000s. Was he?
You said early
Michael Red? I said mid to late 2000s. So post what? 06? Michael Red was popping.
And
What,
even if I can give you another player, Michael Red was drafted in 2000.
Someone said Jamal Crawford was just a flashy Terrence Ross. I'm dead.
Oh man.
Not even really long.
Not even that.
Hey,
Yeah, Michael Red was drafted.
Jamal
Michael Red was
Crawford is
drafted
legit
in
one of the most
2000.
overrated players of all time. So
He was drafted in 2000. His 4th year in the league.
Shit, I was
At 22 points a game. So,
Okay.
And who was the other player? Who was the other one?
Rashard Lewis?
Rashard Lewis.
wasn't he an all-star with Seattle? I'm pretty sure.
You're talking about Big D.
yeah, with Ray
Rashard
Allen.
Lewis
What
was
the fuck?
drafted.
What?
Rashard Lewis, huh? Rashard Lewis.
Why'd you
was
say
drafted in
big dick? What was that
Yeah,
about?
what?
Huh?
What was
Come
that
on, bro.
about?
You stuck on one thing. Rashard Lewis was drafted in
Yeah.
the what is this, 98? In the 98 draft.
And he made his All-Star one.
First All-Star was 04-05. But
Said
even
big
before
dick
that,
out
I'm
of
talking
nowhere.
at 18 points, 17 points. Like I'm looking at a
You're wrong.
really
Rashard
good
Lewis is
player.
nice.
And what did
Yeah,
Jason
that's what-
Williams do?
I guess. Yeah. I mean,
And Jason Williams.
I
is
just want
not,
to hear
like-
names.
Again, Jason Williams' best year was a 15 point per game year. And that might not even be the whole story because I didn't even look at the amount of games he played and everything.
I just
But
think
I agree
there's-
with everything that Rusty's saying.
I think
Dumb,
there's
dumb.
a bias towards just, especially because, like,
What?
especially if we're talking about just a fucking mix. Like, you can make a great mix out of Jason Williams. I don't know how great of a
Geo-wise?
mix you can make out of Jamal Mashburn, even if Jamal Mashburn's better.
Hey, Dom, chat wants to know, man, how zooted are you?
You know what's crazy? Rusty? And we can get off this. But the year
Shut
that
up,
Jason
man.
Williams actually averaged those 14 points. The year that Jason Williams averaged those, he shot 38%. That's That's
sounds like some Jamal Crawford shit to me.
Oh fuck.
Another name that was someone mentioned was Joe Johnson, even though that's a little bit later.
Chill.
I would say something.
They got Atlanta bias now.
No, but you know what's crazy? I feel like Joe Johnson does apply.
Like who when are you saying Joe Johnson mixes? Not often. I'd say he's probably more.
He should have more mixes though. Okay, he should.
They do
that crossover on Paul Pierce.
And then they'll talk about how clutch he is and everything like that. But Joe Johnson was horrendous, especially in the playoffs for the Atlanta Hawks. Like Joe Johnson, touted as an all-star and all that stuff, but there was a lot of times where he was definitely under.
Well, if we're talking about flashy players who were terrible in the playoffs, may I direct you to Jamal Crawford because yes, again, he's going to be one of my main examples when I do that video because Jamal Crawford is a great guy for a mix, but he shoots 41% for his career. 35% from three, high volume, but then you go to the playoffs, 38% from the field and 31% from three for his career in the playoffs on less points per game.
You know what's crazy? They still do that about Jamal Crawford right now. They show like highlights from his pro-am
all the time.
Yeah, no, like from like current 2021 footage. They'd show clips of his Seattle pro-am clips, and they'd be like, "Yo, why can't the Lakers sign Jamal Crawford, man?"
Thank you.
He's
and
48.
That's so disrespectful, bro. Yeah. That's so disrespectful.
Look,
why is he 48? Still playing the?
No, he's not far.
He might be 40. He might be 41 or 42 though.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
But Jamal Crawford, for his career in the playoffs, has a 49% true shooting percentage on 14 points per game.
Do Lou Will next.
Lou Will is another example.
Lou Will sucks too.
Rusty, my rebuttal to that, to play devil's advocate, the people who are advocating for Jamal Crawford to be back in the league do not give a fuck about true shooting percentage. They just don't.
Yeah, they don't. But Lou Williams, I will say Lou Williams' peak seasons are better than Jamal Crawford's peak seasons without a shadow of a doubt.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But yeah, for Jamal Crawford's career playoffs, and this is a bigger sample size. Lou Williams' playoffs is a bigger sample size than Jamal Crawford's because he played like 10 more games thus far. He has a career true shooting percentage of 50, which is basically the same as Jamal's, and 11 points per game.
What's his in and out behind the back percentage? But what I would say to that though, the stuff that Lou Will did for the year where there was just arguably he was their best offensive player, him and Patrick Beverley running that backcourt. Jamal Crawford could never do, and we've seen that because Jamal Crawford was quote unquote leading in offense in Chicago and New York as well, and still was under.
Dude, people act like Jamal Crawford was a superstar at his peak. Like, I'm not even kidding. They take it that far.
I don't know if you read the chat, but Cardiac literally just said, I was at the barbershop and somebody said Jamal Crawford would beat the Bucks from 2021 like a superstar. So
he didn't make a fucking all-star team in his career.
1v5, he would beat them. Is that what they said?
Some shit.
Man,
ain't
barbershop are you at?
I'm about to say.
Look, I appreciate good handle. I appreciate the highlights, but like, there's more to the game than that. And if you break it down that simply, the actual truth of what the game is will be incredibly misconstrued.
Facts.
No player overrated more than a flashy one, a prime one, or a young one. I'm telling you now. You see, you got a flashy player, you put prime in front of the name, or they just already young. Watch out.
Say young, listen, say young again, Sage, because them videos that are 20, them shits be killing.
Man, that's just how I go, bro.
If I see another post of Jamal Crawford's, what was that 50-point game he had as a 39-year-old?
Like, it was a 30-point per game score or something. Just look at this. He did this forever, man.
They're doing the same thing with Isaiah Thomas. They're doing the same thing with Isaiah Thomas now too.
They dropped 50.
I was going to slander him. I didn't want.
I don't know if y'all saw that clip that someone posted that was like, if you need a reason as to why Kevin Durant is better than Giannis and the best player in the world, and it was that clip of the crossover and jump shot that he hit. And like, I was going to say, I can't stand when people act like a game is all you need to know about a player, or even a season, like just to rank somebody. But a play, one possession, determined who was better between Kevin Durant and Giannis. One possession.
So someone quote retweeted it. The Royce O'Neal one.
Yeah, I retweeted that. Royce O'Neal hit a similar shot over Kevin Durant.
That shot was low-key better than KD's, man. He hit him with
it's like, well, he didn't do it on Giannis because Kevin Durant's not nearly the defender Giannis is, but that's not a point apparently. Yeah, it's like one possession. The fuck? Like Lauri Markkanen blocked Steph Curry and it went off of his head. Are we going to pretend like Lauri Markkanen's a good defender because one possession?
Mario Hezonja bitched Braun.
Yeah, Mario Hezonja.
It's better call, bro.
He also dunked on Giannis and stepped over him. Like Mario Hezonja, based on those two plays, is the greatest player of all time.
And if that's not good enough for Mario Hezonja palmed that nigga Braun shot and celebrated on him. That shit was wild.
Do you not have that photo of LeBron like on his knee as Mario Hezonja is like screaming in celebration after blocking him?
What the fuck?
Mario is
you were biting your lip a little too hard. I've seen you bite your lip, but not that hard.
I said, have you seen that photo of LeBron on his knees and then you immediately bit your?
You're right. Like,
you're nasty. You're nasty.
The way they talk about these international players, kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, bro.
Somebody like he's the overseas LeBron. But last thing I'll say about this. Listen, guys. I don't know how many videos. I don't know how many you have in the of Isaiah Thomas crying, but however many you have, I'm not gonna be convinced that you can stop showing me that shit. Oh, stop showing me Isaiah Thomas crying does not get me excited, bro. He doesn't belong in the league. He's a bum. I'm sorry.
It shouldn't get you excited. It shouldn't get you excited. What the fuck?
No.
Okay, I'm glad that you clarified that because I was thinking of when he was crying about his sister dying, and I was like, "You're the worst person alive." I was like, "You are."
It was
horrible.
It was one.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, where he was like, "Bro, come on, bro. I should be in the league." Nigga,
it was this summer. It was this summer.
It was this summer.
Look,
because he dropped like 72 in a Pro-Am game, and then he was like, "Man, fuck, the league could really use me, man."
Look, Isaiah has to be an elite scorer for him to be worth the negative defensive.
But Rusty, he just scored 72. How is that not an elite scorer?
Nobodies. He scored 70 against people, a bunch of me's. Like, it doesn't mean anything.
A bunch of me's.
Isn't that the same, the Drew League shit that Peyton Pritchard dropped like 40 in the game against somebody else?
I'm pretty sure Peyton dropped 80.
90? I thought it was like 90 something.
Yeah, he dropped 80 or 90 in some sort of league.
I'm pretty sure in the same game Isaiah dropped 70, like Mike James dropped 66 or some shit.
I think it's that same league, though. It's the same one.
Like Peyton Pritchard's dropping this. He's dropping 90.
Yeah, he dropped 92. Dropped 92.
Like what we talking about? You over here crying for 70? Peyton Pritchard dropped 90? Like,
Peyton Pritchard drops 92 at Portland Pro.
Come on, bro.
Evolution, bro. Facts.
Put your clothes on, bro.
That's the Celtics.
Jalen Hardy over Isaiah Thomas.
This nigga Isaiah Thomas got
Keldon Johnson over Karl Malone. Fuck is he talking about?
Look, I'll say, I understand it's not a great situation for Isaiah. If I lost the amount of money that he would have got if he wasn't traded from Boston, I'd be pretty fucking upset too. But at the same time, realistically, there's a good reason why Isaiah isn't in the league, as sad as it may be.
Rusty, if I can finish the sentence off saying, yeah, you know what? I went home to my mansion, cried in one of my Ferraris and Lamborghinis. Had my chef cook me a warm meal because I was so sad. I was like, give a fuck about your goddamn sadness.
Hey, so Dom, what do you feel about Dixie D'Amelio saying or crying about how she got called musty?
That's not how emotion works. You don't suddenly become impervious to sadness when you're rich.
Hey Dom, the chef was like, "I'll make your favorite tonight, honey." Don't you?
They're far from my.
You want salmon? You want salmon?
Right.
Yeah.
You want the steak?
They're far from the first people that I would go to defend, but you don't just become impervious to being emotional as soon as you have money.
Bro.
That's fine. Rusty, that's fine. But to run off the court as soon as you drop 72 in the fucking Drew League, where every other
to the top of the bleachers
is dropping a ton of points, you just run off the court to go lay down and talk about some fucking. They don't want me. No, they don't want you. It's been like 3 years. Like, no, they don't.
With a Sony A7S pointed at you.
Look,
That's nasty.
It wasn't this year. It wasn't last year, bro. You've been out for 3 years. You've been touching the door for 5. Like, calm down.
Wait, you know what's crazy? He definitely knew that there was like a Sony A7S pointed at him. Because I don't know if you've seen the clip. That shit is 4K HD. They don't want me anymore. Bro, no way you didn't know that. No way.
All I'll say is this in terms of like, oh, you can't be sad if you have money or whatever. I make more money now than I ever have in my life, and I am much worse mentally now than I was a couple of years ago. So,
oh man,
when I was dead broke, so it's not the same.
But
thing.
now,
hey man. Can we switch?
But now I'm sad and not broke.
Look at Sage.
Listen, so with that being said, I'll talk about something else that's sad. Bleacher Report is a publication. They're a sorry organization. They've been redrafting.
Well, there goes that bag. There goes that bag.
God damn it.
Through the wire.
Hey,
bye, guys.
Fucking, oh my God.
Bye through the wire.
Through the wire? Oh, well, it'd be like that.
Brand risk, man. Brand risk, bro.
Man, hey, overtime. We still here.
We're overtime babies. We're Hoop Mixtape.
Overtime Sage. I'm dead.
I don't get sponsorship on my channel, man. I would never be like, oh man, no.
They don't even remember what I said. So, Bleacher Report does a 2019 draft. Oh wow, but they still have, and I don't think this is taking into consideration teams and everything like that.
Yeah, they explicitly say at the start that like fit and is not taken into consideration. It's just best player available.
That's wildest. That's wilder. Zion is 1, Ja is 2, RJ is 3, Matisse Thybulle is 4. Tyler Hero is 5. Darius Garland is 6. Hunter is 7. THT is 8. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is 9. 10 is Cam Johnson. 11 is Brandon Clark. PJ Washington hyphen Rainier is 12. And 13 is Rui Hachimura, with 14 being Lu Dort.
By the way, Kevin Porter Jr. was in that draft.
Yes, yeah. Omar, finish up, but I don't want to cut you off.
But saying, go back and say 3 and 5. What are 3 and 5? Or 4? No, 4 and 5.
3 and 5.
4 and
4 and 5 is Matisse Thybulle and Tyler Hero. This is the most overrated.
Darius Garland is so many miles better than both of those guys.
Big fucks.
Man,
yes.
Man, I'm being so serious.
Yes.
Fuck Darius.
That's not even my gripe. That's not my gripe. Fuck
Darius Garland for a second.
Was Rui on that?
I'll go this far. What has Taylor Horton Tucker done to show that he's better than Cam Johnson?
Oh my God.
I can't stand.
Look at
down.
You kidding me? Like, I fuck with THT. I know some of y'all swear I hate
you
THT.
don't. You don't.
Cam Johnson is Cam Johnson's literally better. Literally.
One dunk in the playoffs, one dunk in the finals. Now you're better than
everybody. He's better shooter than THT.
All right, bro.
No, make a case.
By the way, can I say something?
Bro, I don't do that goofy shit, bro. I don't do hypotheticals.
Fuck is he talking about?
Young players. These niggas was drafted in the same draft. Why would I compare them? I have no. I don't do that goofy shit. I thought
Damo was finna say Victor Wambi.
Yeah.
Hey, can I just say something real quick?
My life could have this. Go ahead, bro.
Just to bring this to Darius Garland real quick, because I want to make a point, because he is one of the most underrated young players in the league.
Oh my God!
Last year, 17 points and 6 assists on a little bit below league average true shooting, and he shot 40% from 3 on 5 attempts. He's a fantastic player and definitely better than Tyler Hero and Matisse Thybulle.
He's for sure
definitely better.
It's easy to compare. Even if you didn't want to bite the Matisse thing, it's easy to look at him and Tyler Hero and say he's better. Okay.
So let me give how this real draft should be run down. Am I cutting out?
Nope.
I'm not talking about that. Let me give how this real draft was supposed to cut down. First of all, Kevin Porter Jr. is top 3.
Over RJ?
Debate?
I would still take RJ over Kevin Porter.
Yeah, I'm taking.
You would take RJ Barrett.
I'm taking RJ.
RJ Barrett is good.
Yeah, I'm taking RJ over here.
Better than Kevin Porter Jr. is what I'm
Yes, bro.
Kevin has the thing is Kevin has a small ass sample size. If I saw a full year of Kevin, I might have a different answer, but he has a small sample size. Not to mention his efficiency is bad, but
he's not big enough, bro.
RJ's isn't great either. Well, he's probably a point guard, so not really.
Omar, your camera's like really bad.
Yeah, turn your camera off and back on. Turn it back off and back on.
Oh shit. I'm
gonna if I'm Houston, I'm starting Kevin at the 1 next year next to Jalen Green at the 2.
Yeah, it's weird with Houston because do I trust?
Oh, you know what? You know what's crazy? I did not mean Kevin Porter Jr. Nigga, I was talking about Michael Porter Jr. in my head the whole time.
I don't think he's in that draft.
I know he's not, and that's why I'm a casual, and that's why Omar's a casual.
Jesus Christ!
When you said that, I was like, big enough sample size. Nigga was in the Western Conference Finals. What are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about.
Do you even watch
Kevin
basketball?
Porter.
How many full games have you watched? Oh my god! Oh my god!
That's been a snap.
Oh my God, Omar.
Jesus Christ!
You made a mistake.
Okay.
You're on camera. You get paid for this.
Okay.
Yeah, I would take Michael over RJ, but I wouldn't take Kevin.
So the real list. Okay, and we can keep RJ. My thing isn't even there.
Even though Kevin Porter is like,
yeah, KPJ's at worst.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I've been now. You know what's crazy, Rusty? I've been caping for KPJ for like a year. I've been caping for KPJ since I got on this podcast.
Yeah.
The first episode, first player I named was KPJ.
That was like your first hot take. You were like, "Yeah, he's the next James Harden." I'm like, "Oh,
yes, literally." I don't know what that was. I just saw PJ, and
I knew quite a few people who were on when he was in Cleveland, like the Kevin Porter Jr. is good train, and he came into Houston, and suddenly after some G League time, he's a playmaker on top of the scoring that he's flashed. And he had like a 50 piece or something like that.
Against
I watched that game. That was a wild fucking game. And he averaged 16 and 6. Yeah.
Okay.
I randomly decided to watch a Rockets game.
Shaggis.
And then he dropped
the credibility now.
I randomly decide to watch a Rockets game, which I don't do that often, and he has a 50 piece, so I have to appreciate that. But even though his efficiency is not the best in the world, 16 and 6 in 26 games ain't nothing. But that's why I say sample size, not enough. Not enough that I'm putting him over RJ.
I was dead ass mistaken him for Michael Porter Jr. Like, all jokes aside, it's no joke. In my mind, I'm like, small enough sample size. The Western Conference Finals is enough. What I meant to say was at bare minimum 4, DeAndre Hunter should be 4.
Yeah, DeAndre Hunter is great.
Yeah.
Is he even on the list?
He's 7. I don't understand the fascination with Tyler Hero. Darius Garland shouldn't. I mean,
here's the thing.
It shouldn't be. And same thing.
Here's the thing. I would take current Darius Garland over DeAndre Hunter, but I think DeAndre Hunter could be better for sure.
You wouldn't. I don't understand why.
I would. Why would? Because he's better.
There's literally no case for him being better. You're talking about.
I don't know about no case. I don't know about no case.
Why is there no case? Darius Garland is a great scorer and playmaker. DeAndre Hunter, on the other hand, is a great defensive player, and his scoring has shown flashes and has had moments of being really good. But again, small sample size.
You got to stop throwing that great word around so loosely. I'm just.
Golly, he's not a great scorer.
He's all these things on a shit team. Like, literally, a lot of players will.
I'm not hearing that bullshit anymore. The bad team argument is a waste of everyone's time. It's almost always bullshit.
Yeah,
always bullshit. Yeah. You're so fucking high.
That's what it is.
You're so fucking high.
That's what it is, though. Like, these niggas look good because somebody has to take the shots, bro. And he can be efficient.
Omar, I'm calling cap. Because at the beginning of the last season, you were shitting on Trae Young so bad. And I specifically ask you, what if Trae Young and the Hawks start winning games? Is your perception going to change? And you said no, but it did.
I'm going to be overly critical about my team. I don't understand what you don't understand.
You're going to be wrong.
Goodness.
You're literally being wrong.
The same thing that you would do for the Boston Celtics. You're going to be overly critical.
Oh, my goodness. You talk about like Devontae Graham over Trae Young at that point, bro. Stop.
I will give you this. I will give you this. I'm probably far too extreme on Kobe White. So fair game.
Thank you.
Suppose.
Thank you. But what I'm saying is ultimately, like, DeAndre Hunter is a really great perimeter defender in this league.
Yes, he is. I'll give you that.
Something that Darius Garland is a negative.
That is true. But I value offense and creation more so than I do defense.
On a shit team, yeah, I guess so. That's the only thing I can say.
Darius Garland with
Bruce Bowen
can be an all-star on a good team for sure.
Darius Garland can be an all-star. I just want people to hear this. Hey, it sounds good. It sounds good. But listen, even if you could put Darius Garland at 4, I don't know if anybody up here would agree with it. I don't necessarily. Tyler Hero has gotten so much clout. Same thing for Jason Williams. He's white, guys. Y'all stop hyping him up just because he's Caucasian. That's what it is. That's what it is, no Damo. That's what it is. They keep listen. Nothing. Tyler Hero had like a couple of games one season, and everybody. Is he better than Ray Allen?
It's because he looks like a TikTok boy.
Omar's gripping the fuck out of those pillows,
bro. Literally, your only reasoning behind him not being that guy is because he's white. Literally, you said.
No, I'm saying the hype from a hype factor. From a hype factor.
No cap.
I think it's because he's flashy.
Nothing about his game. Nothing. You just said, yeah, man, he's white boys. Yeah, now stop hyping him up. That's racist. That's
from a hype factor. They're hyping him because of his skin color. Like, I'm not even no jokes aside.
No cap though. I don't know if that's necessarily true anymore. Like post bubble, people kind of been just on Harold Dome.
Oh no, I think there are more people who can't stand him.
Yeah, I think it was a matter of Bleacher Report saying it. That was like, bro, y'all still on his dick. But I don't think.
I'll say this: not Garland. Hero did have a decent. He had ups and downs, but for a rookie, he had a good first year, and specifically had flashes in the playoffs, and had that what was like 37 on Kemba's head. I'm sure you remember B Souls.
Yeah.
There's reason to like. There's reason to give him a little bit high.
He's not 5. He's not 5.
He's not. He's not. But like, I understood where it came from initially. But then, of course, NBA fans do what they always did, and they pushed that shit way too far, and immediately made it like, man, Tyler Hero might be the best player from this draft, and man, Tyler Hero might be the next Devin Booker. Man, Tyler Hero might next be an all-star by his second year. There's all this fucking bullshit, and now he's done nothing but regress.
I would also be taking.
I will say it's only been year 2. I agree he's been overhyped, but like give him a little bit more time.
Lou Dort.
I don't know. He looks like a frat boy, so I inherently hate him for that.
Lou Dort and Kevin Porter Jr. would be higher on this list as well. They'd be in this top 10 conversation.
I'll be real. I'm with TSO on the Talen Horton Tucker thing. He's a really good finisher and a decent ball handler, but like. Right? And he's not bad defensively, but like his shot is so busted.
He's a C plus at everything and a C minus.
He has had moments of being a really good playmaker, but I think legitimately he'd be an unknown if it wasn't on the Lakers. Like, it's just because he's young, shows flashes of potential, and that's why he's so well known, because it was on the Lakers.
Damo, what you gotta say?
And I will say, if the Lakers extended this guy to $10 million a year and they don't plan on trading him, that was a stupid move. I fully think that they did that with the intention of trading him. But if they don't, waste of cap space. Granted, they brought him back on bird rights, so like he would have just left, and it's not like they would have had 10 million cap space without him there. But like, if you actually signed him and then plan on trading him with that salary being a factor, then that's a good move. But if you just brought him back to play him, a non-shooter with the core that they have, stupid. I've seen so many people saying that he should start at the 2, and I'm like, are you out of your goddamn mind? You're going to start someone that can't shoot in the backcourt with Russell Westbrook? Ludicrous.
Man, it's not. I believe in the potential of THT, so it's really not even that for me personally. The dude has 1,385 minutes to his.
What the fuck?
Bro. Bro,
I think he's gonna be good, but like, I don't
establish talent while we're trying to win a championship this season and the next season. THT, I don't see making that leap in the first 1 or 2 years.
Did Damo die?
Maybe. Damo's cam turned on and he just isn't there.
Maybe.
All right, I'm gonna disable
another name.
He's not even another 30% shooter. Go ahead.
She told him another person that's not on this list that they did not. I just don't. Cam Reddish, small sample size, my dick. He's better than like
fair.
Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
That talent's just obvious. I'll agree there. That there's some points where I'm looking at a guy and I'm like,
I really want him to get traded to OKC specifically. Like when that was rumored, I was like, please let
Cam
that
Reddish?
happen. Yeah,
That would be
like
nice.
I don't think he's going to get the opportunity in Atlanta.
Omar, how you feel about that? Omar, how you feel about that?
This nigga want to take Paul George 2.0 from us so bad.
Look. If they're going to play him and he's going to get the opportunity and be good, then I'm more than fine with that in Atlanta. But I just don't think it's going to happen.
insanely small sample size. A disclaimer, because I know how some of y'all get down. Insanely small sample size. Cam Reddish, in the rare opportunities given in the playoffs, was averaging 13 on 52-64. Now, I'm not saying he's a 64% shooter. Holy fuck.
He can be 38.
I am, nigga. I am.
Cam Reddish needs to play basketball.
Casual.
He needs to play basketball.
Me, I am.
He would be one of the greatest players of all time.
Well,
He should not be playing 23 minutes in 4 random spurts. He needs to be playing.
Here's the thing about Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish is always like the king of making a really fancy move and then the shot just doesn't go in. Like it's insane how often that happens with him. But if he can actually get the shots to drop consistently, he's a damn good player.
To me, he plays the game too fast. Like he's wanting to do so much so fast.
He always looks like he's thinking about a million things at once.
That was actually.
I think it's because
sounds like me.
That was really.
He wants to get a bucket because he knows like his time is limited or whatever. But I think as he gets older, understands the game more and it slows down for him more, he'll be fine.
But that's why I want him to go to like a rebuilding team that's going to give him the opportunity because he's not going to be worried. I don't care about your damn Atlanta Hawks. I care about him. And I think given an opportunity where he doesn't give a shit about, like, he doesn't have to worry like, fuck, coach is going to pull me out of the game because we're a playoff team. Like, he doesn't have to worry about that. He can make mistakes without being worried about being taken out of the game immediately, and then he can't learn from them on the floor.
You're clearly not an RDC man. RDC fan, man.
Rusty.
In favor of
we're not a playoff team. We're a perennial NBA Finals team. When you get to the conference finals,
that's bullshit. But even if it was true, that makes Cam Reddish, that gives him a worse case to stay in Atlanta. Because if you're a perennial finals caliber team, as you so claim, that would mean
we just went to the finals.
That would mean that if you're on that tier, then you have even less room to give Reddish time to develop.
You don't get it, Rusty. It's like renting out an apartment for $3,000 a month when you should really be renting out like $1,500 apartments. It just pushes you.
It pushes you.
RDC.
And listen,
shout out Mark Phillips. You see what I'm saying? Shout out RDC, man.
Either he'll crack under the pressure, or you know what they say. Only way to get diamonds, Rusty, is with pressure. Only way to get diamonds is with pressure, baby.
The crazy thing is
not getting any pressure sitting on that bench. That's all I'm gonna say.
The crazy thing is, all troll aside, the Hawks should actually be able to use them. I mean, you stagger him and Kevin, stagger Hunter and Gallo. I don't see how he's not playing any fucking way. Like,
Chad just talking about how high Damo is. Yo, Dom, how are you? Give me a rating out of 10. Rating out of 10.
9.5.
Holy shit.
Oh man. It's okay. I've been there.
We almost done, buddy. Don't worry.
With that being said, let's get some cues for our A's.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
it does.
And while we let people redraft that Bleacher Report did, one of course is Luka. I'll read the 2018 redraft. 1 is Luka, 2 is Trey, 3 is MPJ, 4 is Ayton, 5 is SGA, Mikal Bridges, Jaren Jackson, Robert Williams, Mitchell Robinson, Colin Sexton, Dante DiVincenzo, Duncan Robinson, Miles Bridges, and Wendell Carter.
See, I'm glad you kept talking, because at first I was like, that's not even that bad. Like, I don't know if I agree with it.
I didn't hear the first part of it. What draft was that?
And then Colin Sexton.
2018.
Way too low.
2018 is a great draft class, by the way.
It's amazing.
It really is.
It's probably the best one out of the last 5, 7 maybe.
Sexton might be too low, but he'd probably bump up to like 7.
Two
like
spots
right
above
above
him.
Jaren Jackson.
Above definitely above Mitchell Robinson.
100%.
Who's above Mitchell Robinson?
Robert Williams.
Wait.
Over Robert Williams. Who's above him?
List.
Jaren Jackson.
2020.
Yeah, he's not better than Triple J. I'm sorry.
You don't got Colin
So,
Sexton over Triple J?
No, not me.
A healthy
But I think
Triple J.
I gotta see Triple J though, bro. Like that motherfucker wishy-washy and shit. Like he here and then he not
He's
here.
injured all the time.
Yeah.
That is a problem.
Hey, join the Discord if you're trying to get in this Q&A real quick. We got Miracle Man in there. We're gonna bring him up.
And I'll probably take. I like McCall's value, but I'm taking Colin Sexton as a talent over McCall Bridges.
That's fair.
I think Dante even.
In a couple of years,
Hell.
Bridges will be better if he's not already.
Who, McCall?
Miracle Man.
Eli ass in fantasy, boy. Eli, you getting bitch slapped.
Miracle Man.
sorry.
I'm getting
Talk
bitch
a big-
slapped fantasy. Oh my god.
What up? What
I
up?
got
What
like
up?
2 questions. And they, like they're kind of basic, but this one is what's your like favorite cuisine, like food,
Cuisine.
like
Asian.
Mexican,
I feel like
Chinese?
Asian.
Yeah, makes sense.
Makes sense. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This motherfucker right here. This motherfucker right here, bro.
Crazy.
No, it's like
That's hella crazy.
Hey.
That's hella crazy.
Hey.
Finding food, you know,
That's crazy as fuck,
There's
bro.
no way
That's
you
crazy.
said that on instinct. There's no way you said that
Hey. Hey.
That's crazy.
That punching hope and Bezos would say that. That's wild.
That's he knew he was gonna say it, so that's crazy.
That's what I
That's-
expected.
That's, don't say soul food, Sage. Don't say soul food.
Oh, makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense.
If I say collard green, oh my god. Yeah, let me not say
Don't say
nothing.
soul food.
Let me not say nothing. Oh shit.
Let me not say mayonnaise or something like that.
Mayonnaise. That's the whole white cuisine. Just mayonnaise.
I guess.
Oh,
I
man.
guess. Can I say soul food without you saying it makes sense?
yes.
I think he's on his toes
so-
now.
Probably soul food, bro. Probably soul food.
I'm a basic. I like pepperoni pizza. That's all I need.
Jesus, you missing out on a lot, bro.
Oh, Italian food is good though too.
Well, I'm not Italian, so don't say make.
No, I'm just saying. Damo, what's your favorite cuisine?
Asian.
Oh, makes sense. What's your?
Did you say Asian or Cajun?
Asian.
Now, what do you mean by that? Let me chill.
Huh?
Say it again.
Miracle.
Asian.
Man, what's your favorite?
Okay.
Asian.
What's
The
your
Chiefs
What's your other
kicking
question?
ass.
What's your
I'm
other
sorry.
Oh yeah,
question?
what's like y'all's like least favorite thing about like content creation? Everything you hate, you just can't stand.
Where do I start?
This motherfucker right here.
Facts.
Shit gets tedious after you start outsourcing. I'm just keep it honest.
I hate doing shit in the off season. Like a lot. Like I'm down bad right now. Like trying to come up with ideas and shit, and there's
Really?
nothing happening.
I like the off season better because you have more freedom. I feel like.
No. I like it early on, but when it gets to this point, like, all right, I'm out of ideas, and there's still a month left. Let's get this shit going.
But I feel like in the regular season, at least just for me, I feel like I'm pressured to do more current topics because of the fear of missing out on certain trends.
Well, the thing is, at least right now, I feel like I'm kind of short on. Like topics outside of current shit. Like I need some current shit to get it going. And half of the time, just watching basketball will give me ideas about things in the past. So
Honestly, I 1A and 1B. 1B would certainly be having to debate every damn thing. Again, I argued about a fucking cartoon comparison today. That was crazy. And then 1A has to be trying to be boxed in to a stigma of constant debate and every take is serious when at the end of the day, I'm a troll. I'm a fucking troll. Like someone commented, you take yourself way too seriously. I don't. I don't take myself seriously. Actually,
it actively admits to being a bad person.
like I'm not a good guy. I say
We didn't even talk about the tipping thing here.
No, like I don't know why people have to. Everything has to be serious. And to answer your food question, by the way, because I never did answer. I'm an unapologetic nigga. Soul food. What the fuck wrong with you? What the fuck wrong with you?
Makes sense.
Yuck.
Makes sense. I would say honestly, consumer demand, and that's probably nobody's fault but the creator. It depends, but consumer demand, and then also just like the lack of creativity, and then like at the same time the simplification of ideas that you could make better, if that makes sense. I hate seeing somebody do something that already has been done and dumbing it down, or also they take an idea where there's like easier ways to make, like it's quite clear that this is a way to make this, but then they don't do it.
I think he's talking about the process. Am I bugging? Or maybe I misinterpreted your answer. But like the process of making content.
You're talking about like if you go to YouTube and by the way, Omar, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm talking about like if you go to YouTube and you see a video that like a top, like let's say someone spams top 10 video list, and you're just like, any NBA YouTuber would spam a top 10 list if they wanted the traction or whatever. Are you talking about that? Or are you talking like
low key, that's what I'm talking about. But I think Miracle Man,
Cut up.
I don't think he was talking about. I don't think he was talking about the process of it.
Yeah, it's more like interacting with the fans, or
like top 10 dunkers, then top 10 shooters, and top 10.
I fuck with interacting with the fans.
Motherfuckers that take themselves too seriously. I hate that. Like the fact that I'm getting doxxed by Pascal Siakam fans I shouldn't have to deal with that. Like
that was so crazy. Oh my god, I forgot that happened to you.
Yeah. But anyway, Miracle Man. Yeah. Did you have anything else?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. Appreciate it, twin.
Makes sense.
Let's get him out of here.
I forgot that happened to you.
I don't know that I'd call someone who made a racially insensitive comment twin, but
sometimes some women say I'm insensitive. No, I'm saying women say that I'm insensitive.
Cruz. Oh, I guess not.
He made him leave because you're sensitive. Look at that.
Yeah, you should have been sensitive, man.
Let's get a W slaps in here. I've seen him in the chat a decent amount.
Imagine getting up here for the Q&A and being like, "Fuck that shit," and leaving.
Yo.
Oh, is this slaps? Yeah. I didn't have an argument with slaps before. I think slaps.
The Chiefs are still chiefing.
Oh, my man said he got a camera.
Oh, it's the Warriors fan.
This is Warriors fan.
What up? Hey, what's good?
Yeah.
How you feel about KD? Let me chill.
Do you think Kawhi will come back this season? And if so, what are the Clippers' expectations to you guys?
Well, I will hope he came back. He signed a 4-year deal.
He's injured.
He's talking about injury.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Domo is high. This motherfucker is high. He said, I will hope he goes back. He just signed a
4-year deal. I'd hope he play basketball.
There's a good chance.
I hope he didn't retire. Okay, bro.
No, I don't think he'll come back this season. No.
Yeah, hell nah.
If he does, it's going to be late in the season.
And by then, like getting that shit ready playoff time, like the chemistry is going to be off. There's a chance the Clippers don't even make the playoffs without him.
Yeah,
I PG Unleashed. I got redemption arc for playoff P. What?
I got them going to the play-in.
We need Reggie Jackson to act like that all season if they're going to make the playoffs.
I got it.
Playoff Reggie.
Dang.
You know what they could use right now? They could use Lou Williams, but they traded him.
I will say, man, Paul George, I'm expecting a big year. Oh
yeah.
I think he's going to be an MVP candidate.
Hell no. I understand how impressive I understand how impressive they were in the regular season, but to maintain that for an 82 game stretch, yeah, hell the fuck no. They're gonna be around 8 to 9, maybe 10. They're gonna make it in the play-in, but anything can fucking happen. But Paul George MVP candidate, let's not downplay the other elite talent here. No cap.
Do y'all think, and I mind you, I think it's speculation or whatever. Everybody was saying that
Cut up.
Do y'all think Giannis got hit with the voter year. Do y'all think that he comes do y'all think that he comes back into favor?
That's a good question. Probably, because at this point they're trying to push him finally. So at this point, probably. They probably start pushing Giannis again.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Slaps. Do you have another question? There's a lot of new names in there actually, so I'm trying to.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
The
I like
growth,
the
bro.
other
It's
stuff.
the movement.
Appreciate the support, man.
Slaps.
Appreciate the support.
Slaps, we fuck with you. Fuck Steph though, but we fuck.
If you're a Ravens fan,
the look on his face right as he left.
All right, let's
if you're
try
a
to get Cruz
Ravens
up here.
fan, I
Cruz,
laugh
Cruz.
at your pain. They are getting their ass whooped. It is hilarious.
Hey, that is getting blown
They're
out right
Yo,
now.
this motherfucker right here.
Dude,
Cruz.
Oh man. Oh,
Stop
man.
bringing Cruz up here.
Oh man.
You're deafened. There you go.
Yeah.
This
Keep the buck back.
is-
What's good? You got a question?
Oh yeah, well, first of all, I was a little inebriated last stream, so I wanted to come in a little more professional vibe. Okay.
Okay.
But I was just wondering if maybe, since it's the Rusty special, we could maybe do the top 5 white people of all time.
Whoa, that's a crazy ass.
He got paper and Sharpie. I'm dead. I don't think he got enough time, no cap. We can do it on Twitter Spaces, though.
first of all, I'm not on that list. Steve Irwin is number 1.
That was funny.
Wait, what was it? I missed the question.
He said top 5 white people of all time.
Hey, he's going to write it down
what?
on his
Easy.
notebook.
That was funny. That was
Easy.
funny.
If you can knock it out in 10 seconds, go ahead.
All time? All time?
All
He
time.
has this list ready.
Alexander the Great,
Alex.
White Jesus,
Time out.
White Jesus? There's only one Jesus, and he wasn't
And he's
white.
not white.
And he's not white. He's not white.
This motherfucker is high. He is high.
Listen.
Yeah.
Everyone knows there is a
Yeah.
white Jesus and there's a real Jesus, okay? White people are not praying to the same Jesus we are. Let's keep it honest.
Jesus was
Let's
white.
keep it
Ronald
honest.
Reagan is the devil, and the government is lying about 9/11. Let's stop.
Tell them
Let's
they
stop.
already
bro.
put us
Tell
on game
them,
early. But
sis.
no jokes. I would say
Stop it,
I
bro.
would say probably Joe Rogan. I fuck with Joe Rogan. I'm sorry.
Top
I'm a big
5
Joe
white
Rogan
person
guy.
of all time?
Jesus fucking
Yes.
Jeff Hardy got to be on there.
One
Jeff Hardy got top 5.
Joe
Wow.
Rogan, Joe
I'm not
Rogan
putting
is
that
awful.
drug addict up
Not
here.
the
top
motherfucker
five.
that's
Fuck
on.
outta here.
Fuck out of here, man.
Look,
Culture.
That nigga OD blind.
Not this dude. Not this dude. Fuck out of here.
Steve Irwin is number 1. That's the number 1 white guy. Steve Irwin, Crocodile Hunter.
Well, we don't.
How do we know? How do we know
What's
Steve Irwin wasn't
What
racist?
makes him number
What's the
one?
criteria, head?
I like Tony Hawk. That's my.
I guess we don't know for
Hawk,
sure.
you got number one?
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk. Yeah, I'm cool with Tony Hawk.
Jack
I'm cool
Harlow?
with Tony Hawk.
Eminem's not number one.
Top 5. I swear to God, if motherfuckers put Jack Harlow over fucking Jeff Hardy is nuts.
Hey.
I'm not going for it. Hell yeah.
You said
Adam
Russ?
Sandler.
Russ?
Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler's not
That's
number one.
Rusty's 2K play style, bro.
Bro, Click said Rick Barry.
Rick Barry. Yo, bro, that clip got like 250K views, bro.
He was a terrible.
Bill Burr.
Rick
Bill
Barry.
Burr. No. Bill Burr.
Nah, I love Bill Burr's funny. I don't know if he's a top 5
Nah,
white guy.
I say put Adam
Cruz,
Sandler
what you
in
trying to
there.
say, Cruz?
I like Ashton Kutcher in my top 5.
Ashton Kutcher?
Ashton Kutcher.
The environmentalist? Okay.
He's not over Adam
okay.
Sandler to me.
Oh, wait. I forgot that. Wait, was that didn't him and Mila Kunis stop doing Dio? Maybe he's not a top 5 white guy.
This guy here.
Come on, man.
This dude right
How we
here.
do it? Get Cruz out of here.
Yeah, I'm about to say. We're gonna catch you on Spaces, though. We're gonna catch you on Spaces.
Finish this
All
list
love,
on
all love.
Spaces.
Wonderful
All
night.
But Adam Sandler's in that list.
I love that he opened that with, since Rusty is here, let's do the top 5 white people.
Yo, we got hella heads in there. All right, we gonna do 2 more after 888. Going
bet.
two more.
Nigga said Robert.
888.
Johnny Sins. Oh my God.
Johnny
Don't want to
Sins.
speak. 888. Oh,
What's good? You got 5 seconds, bro. 5, 4, 3,
4,
2, 1. You're done.
2, 1.
See you on Twitter
get him out of
Spaces.
here.
Fuck with you later, brother. Download Twitter.
Go to the next one.
See no.
Tino no tie. Got
What's good? Got
Bro.
5.
Count.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Why
Y'all
is
should be
like
cooking
old
in this
NBA?
By the way,
It's like the live countdown back in the day.
Damo, Joe Rogan, a top 5 white dude, is the dumbest take I've ever heard.
Hey, I'm an MMA fan, bro. Hey, that's tough.
fuck.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Agree to disagree. I fuck with Joe
Discord
Rogan.
be hating.
He's a terrible. He's awful.
What makes him?
what's up,
We
bro?
gotta talk about that.
I don't think he's a terrible person. He's just stupid and has a massive platform.
Okay, what's up, bro? What's up?
What up?
Hey, y'all
What's
hear
up,
me?
Discord?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. So the one question I was about to ask was, if you had Drake post 2015, like everything that man made post 2015, and you drop him in a rap today, where would you rank him amongst other artists?
What?
Isn't that just what he is?
Like,
Isn't that just Drake?
no.
Yeah.
I'm talking like
He's saying take out everything up to if you're reading this is too late. So are we giving him if you're reading this is too late too?
Is he still ting-tinging? Yes.
Yeah, I see what he's saying.
Ting tinging.
Being said, the answer is yes. Drake is still at worst 5. Like Drake would still be better than most of these niggas in the game. No cap.
If he can still ting-ting, he's gonna have a number 1 now.
So he's talking about View, Scorpion, and Certified Lover Boy.
I see what he was saying. I see what he's saying because my whole argument is that he post 2015 Drake is a bit gassed, but he's still better than fucking. I fuck with the artist about her name. He's better than Da Baby, better than Little Baby, better than fucking.
He's
Like
Little Baby. I don't know.
It's like you disrespect the same niggas every time.
Yeah, he's better than fucking Little Baby, bro. Stop.
This nigga don't know. He don't know about Twins. Say
21 Savage.
Somewhere that don't.
He's
from somewhere that don't produce rappers.
21's underrated.
He from somewhere.
21 Savage is
Say
hard.
just from somewhere. I'm gonna pick my mic up. Say just from somewhere that doesn't produce rappers, so he don't know.
What is someone?
Wow.
DMV.
Their biggest product is
from
YBN Corday. Let me chill.
He is talking about Wale from the DMV, bro. Shut up, nigga.
Wale's gas.
All right, that's what I'm
Jake.
Anyway,
Gassed out.
I thought, nigga.
Wow.
Yeah, he's fucking.
not right
That's
now. Prime
Wale's
Wale's
another. Wale is the Isaiah Thomas of rap.
I'm about to
bro.
say it sounds like Jason Williams a rap, bro.
Y'all,
Highlight tapes, Flower Bomb.
Bro, I should be this.
He had more than Flower Bomb. Y'all niggas is crazy.
To answer your question, though, he would still be up there as far as be like top 5, like Sage said. Disrespecting 21 Savage and Lil Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't think Rusty has an opinion on that, but
I ain't disrespecting him.
All right, baby, go too hard.
Baby, do go crazy though.
I listen to music that like 18-year-old white girls listen to.
Dang.
Not Olivia Rodrigo. Ain't that
Hell yeah, Olivia Rodrigo.
Yo, what's good? Larry the Gamer Man. What up?
All right. Ignore my food. My bad.
Don't worry about it. We eat all the time on here. Yeah,
I
what
literally ate on here today.
you eating?
B Souls, you're wild for saying. What did you just say about music?
About music.
Ooh.
Yes, about Drake. You just said something wild about Drake. I don't remember.
Tell him he can't critique black music. Tell him.
Dig to the stuff you know.
Oh.
Hey, that clip is so crazy, bro. That clip is nuts.
My question was, if you're going to take the first 12 songs on the off season versus the first 12 songs on Certified Lover Boy, which 12 songs you take?
My God, I wish I would lie. Oh, my Lord.
See,
Oh,
no
my
cap.
Lord.
I'm
That's a
I'm
lot.
gonna say this on the pod. Disrespected J. Cole a little too much, bro. Because off season.
I'm
Hey,
taking off season. That's why I'm
I'm taking off season.
That's a wash.
Pretty obvious.
That's a wash.
It's not, though. A lot of people find that question wild.
Because they're Aubrey's angels. Like, who cares about what they say?
Daddy's home. They take it.
Daddy's home.
Daddy's home. Man, fuck out of here.
Hold on. What that nigga say? It's in the Bible. Like, bro, fuck out of here, bro. Nigga wasted a baby verse. Just get out of here.
I think the thing about
Said that she a lesbian girl. Me too.
In a couple years,
That was wild. They're
gonna forget about Drake shit. In a couple years, they're definitely gonna forget about a lot of Drake. Like I'm not even trying to be funny. A lot of his stuff will have,
Not
and
evergreen.
it won't have the replay value. Because I'm not gonna lie. We're not gonna play God's Plan as we get older. We're not. We don't play it now. We're not gonna play some of his. We're not gonna play Hotline Bling. We're just. So
Bling is the perfect example of a song that blew up for its time. But now, when is the last time anybody has said, and I know in there, like I haven't heard that shit.
I've seen
Talk to
more
Wordy, but
memes
that's about it.
him than I've heard people play it.
Bro,
Ratchet Happy Birthday one too.
Ratchet Happy Birthday. Nobody's gonna.
It's a fucking celebration. Seems like times.
You know what I'm saying? That's a bad. No. One thing about Aubrey's Angels I can't stand, they act like that nigga never miss. That is a bad song. That is just, it's so.
But for them for that time,
it's your fucking birthday. I'm like, fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here.
For them for that time, they believe it's
make a
and mind you, that might be the case, but again, in a couple of years, just like we've seen, like we won't be playing that shit. So
This is how corny Drake can be. Okay, J. Cole comes on the track and says, "Baby, you summertime fine." This motherfucker Drake next verse, "Baby, you wintertime cold," and damn near talks about how he fucked a horse. Like, bro, get this nigga out of here, bro. Get this nigga gone, bro.
What?
You're wild,
bro. Yeah,
I wasn't paying attention.
Look at the verse. Look at the verse. Look at Drake's in the morning.
I wasn't paying attention, and then you just said rapping about fucking a horse.
If you read Drake's in the morning verse, you may mistake it as him fucking a horse. I swear to God.
Oh my
Read
God.
it. Read it. That shit's
Drake plays
crazy.
basketball. Twitch sports.
But anyway, appreciate the question.
No problem, man. Appreciate the
Drake
support.
was a bucket. Drake was a fucking bucket.
Yeah.
Bring like one
All
more.
right, can we get a question about something I am
Mm-hmm.
even 5% qualified to talk about?
Sean Blake was good. Was good.
Come on, Sean.
Yo,
Rusty
Why you
inclusion.
moan
Here.
like that? I ain't gonna lie.
He definitely
What's up, bro?
Like,
Wait, let me say this before you talk. Who gave these niggas permission to turn their cameras on?
Do it anyway.
It's just a question. I don't have no problem with you doing it.
What's good,
I
Sean?
mean, listen, I saw the crowd doing it. You know me, I'm a follower for real.
Are you flexing that? Are you flexing that?
And also, is that a Nate Robinson throwback or is that like
That's D Rose.
Derrick Rose.
Look at you.
Oh, that's
You
Devin
got
Rose? Okay.
You got post 11 D Rolls? Oh no.
That's what I'm saying.
I have to. He was playing on.
You didn't have to. You didn't have to.
Nigga has a Delvin Rose jersey on. That's nasty.
RJ's jersey way better.
Yeah.
RJ's jersey.
Let my man get his question, man.
What's good, bro? What's good? Didn't mean to violate. What up?
So I heard y'all talking earlier. Why y'all tipping y'all barbers for real? I don't understand it. Why y'all tipping y'all barbers?
Why would you not?
I never asked that question. I never asked that question. Got to ask the question earlier. We were talking about before the pod. Sage doesn't tip his door dashes.
Bro, what do they do? What do they do?
Give you your food.
That's what I'm saying.
I pay a delivery fee.
That's not.
Wait,
That's the DoorDash.
That's not.
That's fine. What it got to do with that nigga?
He picks up your food, so you don't have to.
Rusty, you believe? Wait.
You made somebody come in a rainstorm and DoorDash your food and still ain't tip them.
Hey, see, first of all, motherfucker. First of all, that happened, but it wasn't today. Second of all,
Jesus Christ.
Second of all,
Because you got paid by chat. That's the only reason.
Even if I did that, that is what they signed up for. Their job is to hold on, let me finish. Their job is to dash their food the fuck to my door. That's their job. That's their label. Why I gotta tip Cindy because she drove faster? I tell you what, if my estimated time say 8:07, you get here 8:06, I give you $1. There you go. There you go. You ain't done nothing. You ain't done nothing.
Riding their bicycle.
I tip waiters.
The rain, hail, and snow for you to get your Chinese food. Come on, you got to get them at least.
For you to get your noodles from your noodle shop that sells fucking ramen and fettuccine, bro. Come on, come on.
Let me know what you're done with bullshit.
We're not about to say this.
Are you? Wait, is Rusty saying that Rusty? You're saying you should tip both of them?
You should.
Like barbers,
those services.
Tip your barber, 100%.
Those services are expected to be given a tip, especially with somebody cutting your fucking hair.
But
Like, are you planning on returning?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay,
Yeah,
Sean, that's
crazy.
okay. So,
crazy.
Sean, you think you should tip a DoorDash, but not your barber?
You
Okay.
already paying the barber for the haircut.
I think it depends. Wait.
Oh, time out. Well, let's not get it twisted. I don't take my dasher cool. This motherfucker don't tip his barber.
Look.
All right, Rusty, go, Rusty, go.
It depends, because it could be, if it's a barber that like they own the shop, that's a different story. But like, not everyone, most of the time it's someone who works for a company, and the percentage of the money that they get from the haircut that you're paying, that you're giving them, is not the same. But explicitly in the DoorDash example, your fee goes to DoorDash. It does not go to your driver. So your driver ain't getting fuck all.
Omar raising his hand.
Wait, yeah, I was just about to say. I was going to say the same thing, Rusty. That's a super.
That's fine.
Nobody in here gets their haircut by somebody that works for. Nobody does that.
What I will say though, I'm pretty sure tipping is more of a American thing. Like in any other country, like tipping isn't that normalized. But I still do it. It's not really.
I'm international.
I think the system of tipping is flawed, because employees should just be paid what they're worth.
Correct.
But it's a flawed system that fucks over the employee. So you need to have the empathy of making that system 5% better than what it would be by giving them a decent amount of money for work that they're doing for you. If it's a barber that owns the shop and they're making the money from it, I get that argument. But like, DoorDash is taking all of your money and that driver is getting fuck all.
Hey, so I worked at a Chick-fil-A. I had to tell grown men my pleasure every day. I didn't get tips. I bagged
It's
their
not
food.
the same. It's not the same.
Hold on,
You were paid a salary.
Hold on.
You were paid a salary.
Bro, Chick-fil-A motherfuckers, you talking about going out in the rain and driving. I wish I could get in the car. That shit could have 12 inches of snow. That motherfucker ordered the curbside. Guess where I'm going? the fuck right out there. In a fucking 2 button-up shirt. Talking about, do you need any sauce? Like, I don't give a fuck about your sauce, bitch. I'm wearing fucking shoes where I got snow in the motherfucker. I could get any type of.
The only thing
That's like a 5-minute walk compared to like possibly a 20-minute drive.
The only thing that I will say about Sage's, it sounds fucked up, is gonna balance out at the end of the night. Because where I don't tip them $5, somebody's gonna tip them $10.
You don't know.
It balances out. And I'm saying that from experience. Has anybody else? Wait, real quick. Has anybody else done any like DoorDash food delivery service in here as a job?
Not food delivery, but I've worked a bar. I've worked jobs that require like people tipping me.
And it's so me and Damo. So at the end, can you say that honestly, at the end of the day, it didn't like balance out to some extent? Like if one nigga didn't tip at all.
It depends where you work, because what I've noticed personally, working in high class areas, I would say gentrified areas, it's gonna balance out the end of the night. I ain't gonna lie to you. When people are fruitful, they don't mind tipping. But if you in some Martin Luther King Boulevards and Martin Luther King Drive, you working over there? Yeah, nigga, don't expect to get tipped.
That's your fault.
Like they're not tipping over there. Like, so it depends on the demographic going to that store. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And I will honestly say it's pretty similar. Now, even when I've worked in more like quote unquote hood places, it did balance out for me. But I definitely understand. But honestly, at the end of the night, when I didn't get tipped $5 or anything for delivering this, I would get tipped 10 to 15 from the video. So it ended up balancing. I don't give a shit. Honestly, sometimes y'all service. Sometimes y'all services suck. If it sucks, I'm not tipping you, bro. I don't know what to say.
And that's my main thing. I tip waitresses, but like when I see a DoorDasher, bro, like even a pizza motherfucker, they gotta walk out that bitch, stand at the door, no matter what the weather is. They gotta make sure the pizza ain't sliding and shit. These motherfuckers that took my Chick-fil-A wrap sandwich and my fries that were folded down in a way to make sure that, because Chick-fil-A is OD, they take the bag and everything. These motherfuckers dropped my shit at the door, took a picture and walked away. Not even watching the shit. Man, you
realize that's a setting in your phone, right?
Hey, man.
You can change it to have them knock on the door.
And if I don't have it, I don't need all that. Like, they don't need a tip. I don't need all that.
I ain't gonna lie, when Sage told the pod that he stares at his barber while he's lining him up, anything's possible with this man, bro.
Hey! I tip
anything's possible. Straight in the eye, like this.
I tip my barber. That's what I do.
I would hope so. You made that fucking experience so fucking weird.
It's not weird. It's not weird.
It's not weird when you're staring at him while he's lining you up.
What I'm gonna look at?
Anything else? Anything else? Go to the side.
Let Sean.
Go ahead, Sean.
Let Sean get this last.
My thing is, none of y'all get crazy haircuts to the point where you need a tip a nigga. It's not like you getting the lines and hit like crazy designs. Y'all getting a regular fade, if that.
Nah, that's
why are you tipping that nigga for a 30 like a basic ass haircut?
I got braids. I regret letting him kick him. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, get that nigga gone.
We gonna catch you on Spaces, man.
We'll talk to you later. We'll talk to you. Get
even then, you ain't.
That nigga Sean's a New Yorker, bro. They just rude and disrespectful by nature. That's why he don't tip nobody. Then they don't.
I'm gonna tell y'all kids this. If you want your haircut, don't tip.
I'm about to say. Don't tip and come back. Right. Don't tip and send this down again. What the fuck? Yeah. Hell no.
Click says you, right?
The fuck? Like,
no, he's talking about the New Yorkers.
Yeah, because Dom attacked New York. Damn.
Anyway, with that being said, fellas, I really enjoyed this. I did.
Cool. Me as well. What about you, Rusty? This is like your 10th episode.
Rusty upset that we don't tip people. Nobody gives a shit, Rusty. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god.
Rusty, you can't enjoy the.
I'm glad you're proud. I'm glad you're proud about not having empathy for people. Good for you,
Rusty. I will say I do.
I tip pizza. I tip pizza.
It's the same fucking thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it literally is.
You can see Rusty losing respect for us, like physically. Like,
it's already gone. It's already gone.
Because we don't tip DoorDash. Mind you, I don't even do DoorDash. I prefer to do other stuff, cooking all that shit. But honestly, what I'm saying is it's gonna balance out. It truly doesn't matter.
That's a terrible mindset. That's a terrible mindset.
Because then, I mean, also what end does tipping have? Hey, tip more. Hey, with that being said, everybody out there, tip more. Hey, Rusty, say goodbye to the people.
No.
Tell them to tip more. Tell them to tip more in your goodbye.
Don't be like these jackasses and actually pay the people who do services for you.
That's his goodbye. So say goodbye to the people.
Peace out, y'all. I tip. I don't know about these other guys, but shout out to these workers.
Hey, look.
Shout out to the 212. Shout out to the.
How about that?
This dude right here. Shout out to the 212 in the chat, though, for real. We're gonna do Twitter Spaces after.
Damo, give him a bye. Give him a bye.
That nigga Rusty is so mad. Niggas ain't tipping people. Look at his face. He is heated. That niggas ain't out here giving nobody no $5 tips right now. Like,
Damo, say bye. Say bye, nigga. Say bye.
Well, I enjoy this pod. It's only you.
Okay,
peace out, yo. These motherfuckers not gonna do an outro, so peace out, yo.
Oh my god.